that whether it is spot pricing or average, last year was better than this year. If you check spot price today, 7.4. Check the spot price at the time that the this thing was made. And I'm saying that you declared an FOB of $4,850, out of which you give the farmer 3.1. Even when the prices are relatively lower than last year, we've declared an FOB of 7,200, out of which the farmer is getting 5,040, which is 70%. It is the exchange rate, that 16 that was used in November and 10.25 today. It is because we have a relatively stronger, a much stronger currency. Why will anybody want to play around it? Now, if anybody told you that, so if you were a watcher of the news and you looked at the pricing, averagely was around 8,000, and you hear that the farmer is giving 3,100, what would be your reaction? Did you ever, as a journalist, did you ever hear that there was a rollover of 333,000 tons, that Cocoa Board had sold 333,000 tons for 2,600, and that is what was affecting the pricing for 24-25? Were you ever told that? This is was something that Cocoa Board hid from everybody, and that is why it was 4,850, because in 23-24, Cocoa Board signed contracts for cocoa that it could not deliver. Not 30,000, 333,767 tons, sold at 2,600. So in 24-25, we were using high-price cocoa to pay for 2,600. And that is what brought the weighted average down. We have done about 230,000, and we are taking on 100,000 to 25-26. That is what also has affected the weighted average. But we are doing a 7.2 instead of 4,850. So we are reeling from that 333,000 sold at 2.6 in 23-24 that we couldn't supply. And so we're using high-price cocoa to pay for this, and that affects the weighted average. That is what they are not telling the farmer.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
And a way to revamp the collapsed cocoa sector. Incentives will be provided to our hard-working farmers to increase cocoa production. We aim to add 200,000 hectares of cocoa to Ghana's outputs in order to increase income of our farmers. And to cocoa farmers, the Cocoa Board Chief Executive has informed me that in August, they will announce the new cocoa producer price. And I can assure you, the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land and start planting cocoa.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Minister in charge of Government Communications, Chief Director from the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, you on the progress of some key policy initiatives and flagship programs undertaken by the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment and its sector agencies. His Excellency the President, in line with the resetting agenda, to create an inclusive youth ecosystem that empowers young Ghanaians to contribute meaningfully to national development whilst remaining globally competitive. The ministry's work is anchored on 5 strategic thematic areas. The first is health and well-being of the youth. The second is skills training and education. The third is economic empowerment that includes labor market mobility and creating of decent jobs for young people. The fourth is civic engagements and community participation. And the fifth is personal development and leadership. The following critical youth development agencies were also realigned under the ministry's mandate. The National Youth Authority to coordinate and facilitate youth empowerment activities. The Youth Employment Agency to develop, coordinate, supervise, and facilitate job creation for the youth in Ghana. The National Service Authority to deploy a pool of citizens 18 years and above to participate in 1 year of national service. The National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, NEP, to provide integrated national support for startups and small businesses. And then the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat to award scholarships to brilliant but needy Ghanaians. Ladies and gentlemen, since the establishment of the ministry 7 months ago, we have designed several programs and critical projects specifically aimed at addressing the needs of the youth. These initiatives are intended to promote the development of the youth and equip them with skills, support, and resources for sustainable livelihood. In line with the goals of the resetting agenda and our mandate to prioritize the involvement of young people in our initiatives, each policy and intervention has been carefully crafted with their needs and aspirations in mind. In fulfillment of His Excellency John Dramani Mohammed's pledge to young people in this country, the ministry supervises the implementation of two of its important flagship programs at Youth Development and Empowerment. And these two programs are the Jumera program, which is being implemented by the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, and the National Apprenticeship Program, which is being implemented by the National Youth Authority. The Jumera program, distinguished guest, to develop a dynamic entrepreneurship drive aimed at supporting young businesses. The Jumera program was launched by His Excellency the President on 28 April 2025 at the Prempeh Assembly Hall in Kumasi. Specifically, the Jumera program seeks to provide strategic business development training to equip beneficiaries with practical entrepreneurial skills for sustainable business growth, market access facilitation, to connect youth-led businesses to viable markets, ensuring their products and services reach potential customers, startup capital, to provide financial support for youth-led businesses under the program, and then continuous mentorship to offer ongoing guidance that enhances decision-making and long-term business success. The goal of this program is to create a new generation of young job creators and reduce over-dependency on public sector jobs. The belief and hope of His Excellency is that by the time his 4 years is over, at least a Unicom company would have been birthed through this idea. Funding. In further demonstration of government's unwavering commitment to economical empowering Ghanaian youth, an amount of 110 million has been allocated by the Ministry of Finance this year under the directive of His Excellency the President for the nationwide operationalization of the Jumera program. This financial backing sends a strong signal that we are not merely announcing intentions, we are resetting the country and investing in the future of young people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to report that the program received over 8,000 applications in the first week alone. To date, we have received more than 120,000 applications through both the online and manual submission channels, all of which are under review. We recognize that the future of this country depends on the empowerment, education, and inclusion of our youth in national development. As a ministry, our duty extends beyond merely supporting young people. We must provide them with the essential tools, skills, and opportunities required for their growth. The National Apprenticeship Program. Ladies and gentlemen, in a strategic effort to address unemployment and enhance skills development, the National Apprenticeship Program was inaugurated on April 30th, 2025 at the main conference hall of the University for Development Studies in Tamale. The NAP aims to promote self-employment by offering young Ghanaians free technical and vocational training. Successful apprentices will receive certification, startup capital, and the equipment necessary to establish their businesses. For the first time in the history of this country, apprentices will receive a monthly stipend to support them whilst undergoing training. In implementing the program, we have partnered with relevant sector stakeholders and technical training institutions to provide practical skills training to about 500,000 young people nationwide in various fields, ranging from artisanal, technical, to vocational skills. A total of 115,000 participants have applied for the program, which includes 95,819 trainees and 19,190 trainers. Among the applicants, 57,897 were submitted online. Of those submitted online, there were 18,571 males and 39,326 females and 720 youth with disability, demonstrating a commitment to inclusivity. The selection process for beneficiaries is currently ongoing. The ministry is also working with the NYA to do what we call the Prior Knowledge Certification Program, where trainers who want to train applicants will have to necessarily undergo a program through TVET and be given certification to be able to attest to the fact that they know their craft and trade before they impart knowledge. And when the processes are done, they will be given certification to that effect. Funding. This year, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, through the Ministry of Finance, has allocated 300 million Ghana cedis to this program as a deliberate effort to promote skills development amongst the youth. The program is scheduled to start on August 12, 2025, where the first cohort of trainees will be matriculated. This program is not just about training, it is about employability. We are ensuring that every young person enrolled will receive industrial relevant skills to either find decent employment or start their own businesses. This is one of the largest apprenticeship drives in our country's history, and it reflects His Excellency's deep commitment to solving unemployment through skills development and enterprise creation.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Ene eye ebenada edabena ene ewie nso obaadada Roma yeshia ene eye da etosunum in the month of August 2025. Check with your time, 27 minutes gone past the hour 2. EpaHoaDaben dwumedie ni bichiawo memoaha o na wapo mutisen so ho ye de edo obaade nyame ase ene yebena abeto yen won kwamuni ahoden mu kame honi emfana sedama no aseda de ebi ana wunim eso mfaso na so obeye bribi ma wada na se woda na se a ebi samba woda na se a wo bie kwan ma wo ankasa wo ho enunti wontimi nda wono ankasa ne ho asenti obo me ne umienu ye nyinaye yantontom no ne hoahoa no yeso mfaso ma nyankopon ano no na wo nipa nkade na betima ya manyame wontimi nkoma no wontimi nkonsuo ma no wontimi mani sika ne wowo ene ne wotie ene ne mpempenso a wodu abrabom nyina e ono a tu ni papa de na betima ya manyame ne obayama na ne se wode wanui ebe kamedase wode wanui ebe yi na ye wode wanui be ma obi nso hunu se nyame bi wo ho na we ketua we wuntimi nya na woni pa wo ye bonyina ye na onipa wanka se bia wonnim wo so mfa so ene yemfa na seda ma na mfa ni dada King Farouk ewo eye Caslan City Kaswa. King Farouk, good afternoon to you, my brother. Emmanuel M. Awule, United States of Kiseman, Michiawe, Piaga, Michiawe, Dada, also, yeah, Wofan. Oh my God, Richard Okine. Ewe mi chia papa. Facebook ami for no. Ene edian mabobo amaje bi maso be hye papa. Bra Facebook live be kan ye ho. We can join us live on Facebook this afternoon. Na yemfa ene nkomo nhihye so. Ene mu ohwampa emu nso odu. Onso ye wo fa. Enti say MPP for deny flatly. Wonu say nya no kreda say wo mo contract company bi. Say wo ngu President Mahama hu fiamra na ekọ 2024 abato no. Enra Richard Ahiagba ne me kasa e. O say ayabosirimuka. Now we are reading from other news portals actually say the said Ukrainian company may very soon publish agreement and a contract war montem. We are told of some audios being so oh my Ghana. We'll revisit this matter and explore the different angles are ever up. Dada me be sumpong na ye me be nya hoto. Fame money cheme me nenye there. But I can't help it. And you madam akoma so ba kuni. Aka eye watchina pe nti watchina twemu a. Now, Honorable Sam George, Minister of Communications, ne ultimate modema DSTV. Ya wada any deadline. Or say by 7th August, say DSTV for anti more prices as well. Obema NCA for aji womo license free womo sem. They will cease operations. Ghana. Now, Omube seize operations on the orders of the minister. What would be the reaction of DSTV? And what will be their options? In the worst case scenario, DSTV as a company, the remedies here. A crime ben obetimi a handle sasemi. Especially when we see a Jinaya say Minister no calls for price reduction here untenable in the manner he's asking. So in a worst case scenario, say 7th August neba, me who price reduction biya. Na minister edi ni bosha so. Na o revoke o mo license, e shati o mo machines down. Would that be the end of DSTV? Or they will put up a fight? And if they will, or if they would, options in the DA. We'll be talking to the lawyers this afternoon. Now, in the wake of price reductions, price reduction directives, internet is among four lender door once and pa bentias here. As a lender door, woman, boarding the door. nkosua ye 6 cedis o na abo hu musuo koto bayra ya chiri tekini dia ene due omunsuo buonko Jamanfo ko Facebook say amanfo kan dendenden say minister ne be direct companies so they want to omo niam so dia ene Minister of Trade for the new Leonard and it's everywhere on social media. We'll bring you the trends this afternoon. Prince and Chibu Esiako at the den Eko Bebre and Ewie. Na Yako and then some also no. And then so Assembly National Identification Authority. Menewoka say Oko eye tema port na oko omo tax gate. Ye fra ho tax gate. Baby amanfo tua wo moto. Wo mo makofa ne ma de ba ane ne ma omo de ko taxes e wo so omutua. Department a ewo habo ho a ewo so omuko no mukotua no mfre ne tax gate. Me ne wo ka say importers bebre aye stranded ewo eye port tax gate ho a Womu hunu se womu yi omo niam na anaso womu nyi adentia National Identification Authority ayade bi ama GRA ho akere ne pa mebo omu na ewie ye bedi nkomo ni bebre NIA a unplug GRA Ghana Revenue Authority from omu database GRA at the National Identification Authority car. Over 300 million Ghana cedis. A car, Ghana Revenue Authority at the NIA, no. Because I said NIA, they're not Toma Omo. A data. I say a year Ghana card buy. Institutions are expected to say, Womo Joe Ghana card, no more person verify. Omo running Ghana card through a NIA, womu database mo to verify say Ghana card na ukra nampa a legit na a wo na ukra card no. Say NIA at the womu database emma institution bi say won so onyu no nya verification a NIA eje womu sika enti say institution e the database na ma no e wo say otua NIA ka for sad data now what the amano 3 years in Ghana Revenue Authority has been in debt to National Identification Authority in excess of 300 million Ghana cedis. And then mebusa NIA for say womu sikaya womu kay ekwan be no mafa so age a emma ya ene wo decide say omu be unplug GRA from omu database. In fact, they are also threatening say apart from say omu be unplug GRA no womu be sanso akọ GRA database mu akọ delete data bia omu de aba womu nyina eyi so mu tuasa 370 plus million Ghana cedis no. So we are talking about two state institutions womo twene den esane ekabi abeda ho. If I tell you taxes are GRA ejije ema Ghana ewo tema port nko a utibe oya yesika twitwiri die pa. So to the extent that GRA can't process amount for taxes womo ba betua because they don't have any database omo betimi verify Ghana card taxpayers no ede ba na chese oman ni bebo kapa. Now is it the case GRA mpembuana? Is it the case kawe da hodo? What mun kan ho asem abutoye mu asem bi anko so assurances bi ane commitment bi anko so. What do you make of the decision by NIA to unplug GRA and even go a step further? Say omo ebeko na omo ko delete womu data omo de ama GRA nyina. And I know what I say importers ebuafu NIA offices are inundated with calls. Now, Sadia Mentiasio, Nigeria, Skabebreba Mudi, what the NIA come into Mintia, Mentiasia. Ghana Revenue Authority, Tiedino, Ghana Revenue Authority. At the NIA 377 million Ghana cedis. Afibia be ensenye enti NAE. GR intimate processing for taxes also mutia. Because we need database be omo de be verify o Ghana card na de aba no. Aye pinso. The betie simni GR for akasa ne ene eye NIA enso akasa. Now how do we resolve this problem? Now as NIA omo ewo the blessing of omo sector minister na. We'll delve into these matters. Hey, if you had that lorry first Bekos Road, Sana metete say if you had that kono, I shan't you a dear Bekos Road. Sex, Badina, Madina, Adenta, Kaswa, GRTCC can simbi. Na ene yebe pia ben wom me ate omun sem na se ensem we nyina agupu no so a ye di ehun komo na me kanfo ama na mato nsa dia fro se hia me Facebook live na yemfa nkomo we nyina hyehye so be kire wadwene e won nsem no ho na wa magana fo nso ate ne wadwen e kire wo e wo sa ensem yi nyina da ehun oba Facebook no akai se o mamaye a silent observer na emomo no do ano beto nkomo ne mu bi wa kire wadwene e wo issues no ho na yetimi enso akenkan ama omanfo nyina nso ate wadwen kire e wo sansem yi ma menko Facebook nchia Facebook es na fe memfa yinkran hyese mombre wa wie Kwame Sahene aba live on Facebook. Kwame, I see you, bro. I see you, Kwame Sahene. I see you, my brother. I'll say good afternoon, Bibi. How are you doing, my brother? I'm good. I'll say I'm listening live. Can I please have your number? Kwame, my producers, ebesenu DM won na yeah the me number so we can get to talk. Commensa Pillar 2 enso adwene en live e wo Facebook awie na ogina dom kwabenya enodeba dom Pillar 2 pe eno ogina o say give Dr. Baomia another chance na owie ye no no wate esi cocoa nkomoni mu o say increase of cocoa price is one of NDC's campaign promises. JDM, please remember your promises. Or the siho and Odinchi Atwaso says special greetings to Hajia Safia Mohammed, also a next NPP National Women's Organizer, hopeful, and Abrewa or Bubuashi, incoming communication officer or Kankwe South. Okay, Abrewa is also a serial caller. Neya MPP4 Echo amende one more constitution, no, and a communication officers, no, and yadi aya point to omo, yabeto muswaba. Inti ama se na ye serial caller na wa ye adwuma na che na so se ubetimi aye communications officer for your constituency so kono wa ho den hwe na kogina election ne hwe se amanfo ani so adwuma ho omani gi adwuma ho no mu wo mu gidi so betimi akasa ma party na abrewa na menya ne ntie se odani gi ho so be contest Okankwe South constituency no communications officer for the New Patriotic Party. Abrewa, I wish you well. Richard Okaina joining live on Facebook. We also good afternoon, BB. Keep the heat on. Richie, indeed, the heat is always on. Memoa Papa Ken Farouk, and so I join in an area. Now, Ken Farouk, title ya dema media no shimamiu. Or say our afternoon lawyer, Mate Medase Masum, by way of pocket lawyer, Bismark Brown, aka BB, Ghana Nina 8 Medase Ken Farouk, so I Jimmy Atum, Nagana, so I Jimmy Atum, near the EpaHoaDaben, Sumo Mine Ghana. Try God while I talk leati, and so I join in an area live on Facebook. Na I love his name. Try God. Try God. I love the name so much. Na send it here no. Unso nyame hwe ya so ne hwe. Ono onso ye hwe ba ye timi so ne hwe. Ono akura kase en test no. And let's put his word to test. Or say try God wala to liati. Na ono de o de ba and say Bibi, I salute you. I salute you back, my brother. Ken Farouk Asamba biem na ono de anwum na sectune no na kuno. Or to be saying, I am a tone no with my hoarse voice, or say, a free nara, singing in my own voice. Was watching the show live, it was on site at Tantra Hills, okay. Now, Odinchia Akaho Ediaba. Michael Blagaji also joining live on Facebook away. Michael says, good afternoon, bro. Michael, good afternoon to you as well. Also, bet me about Facebook now. My mo akwaba na ma mechiao na enen komo no ye de ni nyina ahyehye so emra so se me de unkran hyesem ebrewo
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Ewie nkran hyesem a me de ba wakwa mu asem yi a me bekan India ni bi ene kan India ni no ya freno Osho. Ma menka Osho yi ho asem kakra enkyerɛw. Na memmame no meche asem a Osho aka. Ya wo Osho in 1931. Owu 1990. Na no ye Indian spiritual leader. Na osanso a philosopher. And he was also the founder of Rajneesh movement. Na watchro moma bebre akyerɛkyerɛ niema bebre afa meditation ho odo love freedom fa hodie ena spiritual growth we no mu eye areas a Osho ni dwumadie ne nkasaye ene ne spiritual leadership no ya etai na Osho yi aka asɛm bi a mepɛ wie yi ye hwese betimi de ahye ye hu nkuran ya or say, nobody is superior. Nobody is inferior. But nobody is equal either. People are simply unique, incomparable. You are you. I am I. We asembia un simple but more de pa we nan kante akua de more de papa ewe ye hye hu nkran ye hu aduro asem we kasa kire obi na me se timu biem Jimaima was say nobody is superior
98.9
nobody is inferior. But nobody is equal either. People are simply unique, incomparable. You are you, I am I. Oso obia mru obi so. Ena obia nso ni hono mu a owo obi ase. Anase obi so mbosen no. Ose no kura nso wo mu ni se ye nyina nso enye pe. Obi nsini obi ene obi nso enye ketwa nsini obi na emomu no yenye pe eba ne sen na obi nsini obi enso ye nyina nso yenye pe asem no wo ho osan so kwa nanim se enipa no kura wo mu ni se ye nyina ye dance Yenyina ye danso. Untimi mfa onipa ntutu ne nyonku nipa ho. Untimi nka se untimi mfa me entutu kwa Joseph Adan kwa ho. Untimi mfa Collins na namu akontutu Jimaima ho. Ye nyina ye nipa de. Nanso esono no na sono me. Elephant you, elephant me. Reggie Rockstone. ɔsɛ wo yɛ wo ana me yɛ me asɛm wei ɛkasa kyerɛ wɔ bi a da biara da osusu sɛ wɔno ɔnka ho bi obi a da biara da obu ne ho abɔmfia da biara da ɔcompare no ho with obi ɔbɔ ne ho soboɔ bɔ nyankopɔn soboɔ ɔhwɛ ne ma da biara no ɔcompare ne ma with obi ma maame ɛna awia yi asɛm a mebɛka kyerɛ wo ne sɛ onipa da sani ɛte asase yi soɔ no obi ɛnsene obi yɛn nyinaa yɛyɛ pɛ nanso yɛn nyinaa yɛnyɛ pɛ nsonsonoyɛ ɛda wɔ bi biara ntam enti maame ma w'ani ngye wo ho maame ma w'ani nye wo mma ne ho sikani no ɔntimi nyɛ te sɛ wo da wo a wofrɛ ho hiani wo ne sikani no nso monyɛ pɛ da na pɛ a monyɛ no ɛnyɛ ne sika a wɔwɔ ɛne wo hia a wodie asɛm wei kasa beyond material things mpɛmpii no sɛ yɛdi abooboo ne yɛdi yaw ɛwɔ abrabɔ mu a ɛyɛ a ne yɛhwɛ ne yɛwɔ ɛne ne yɛmi ni ɛyɛ a ne yɛhwɛ baabi a wei abɔ abrabɔ na kodu ɛne baabi a mabɔ me de akɔ akoduro enti da biara da no yɛhwɛ dan a kwame asie ɛne sɛ yaw ɛrente dan ɛno ɛne yɛgyina so ka sɛ a nipa yi ɔsombo kyɛn me anaa nipa yi akɔ n'anim kyɛn me nipa yi wɔboro me so yɛhwɛ nisuo nanso saa asɛm wei wobɛma na abɔ wura w'adwene mu a wobɛhunu ne sɛ ɛnyɛ wo sika a wowɔ wo dan a wowɔ wo cars a wowɔ ɛna ɛma wo danso adeɛ ɛma wo danso no ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛwɔ wo mu a wontimi nhu bi wɔ bibiara mu da maame sikani bi nyaeɛ a na nanka ne suban te sɛ wo
EpaHoaDaben 98.9
sikani bi nyaeɛ a nanka n'aboterɛ ɛte sɛ wo w'aboterɛ na ɛyɛ ne fɛ nso oni bi da biara nso wonni sika nti wobu ho abɔmfia wonni sika nti wosusu sɛ saa nipa no ɔkyɛn wo ɔsɛ nobody is superior and nobody is inferior. You are not inferior. But nobody is equal either. Mame, nukrani say you are unique. You are different. You are not similar. You are different. You are unique. What dance? Yentimi nya wo so nipa pepepe te se wo. So be fiase ehunu wo ho saa. Obefiase recognize your uniqueness. Ekwan me na befa so hu se wo no wo danso. Wo ye unique. Na o uniqueness no na wo se uma wo ye proud. Eno na wo se eye umugidie fapem. Ebi ni self confidence because they don't even know who they are. Ubu hu abonfia na wo kan kugu nsem gu so because won sanka material things bi no. Nkofo bi ti wo fie ho, nkofo bi ti wo area ho, wapie na kwa adwuma ye kan ho asem a asem mo kan se abrante die na brabo ye me fo, abrante die na kasa ye me do, maami we die, de we ane ma ho twapa no, maami we die minyananka bete se ono, wo hyedam bu ho abomfia. Nanso enepa bi a ewo wo mu no, eye nkofo bi fe, omunyaaya nanka wo mu anankete saa in spite of ne omo wo. And so shadamu bu ho abomfia. Mame, you are unique. We are different. Now we difference now we no obi entimi mfesi kam to. Stop comparing your children to other children. O money are unique. O money are different. Yes. Ne namfofo ne esikafo ma. Ne namfofo na no brofo de. Ne namfofo no utimu se wenum ase yatete omo fifi papa mu ni ade. Now so show. Wadamfo obana damfo na oye sikani ba no ne nsa ha no. Oba no onye sikani ba enso onye kromfo. Sikani ni ba no oye obana damfo a. Da bia wo de ne compare no. Se sikani ni ba no ne character bon enso oba ne pia bontene a obia penasem because ni suban ye. Your child is unique. Stop comparing your child to other children. Jaisa. Take your time. Tenase. Necessary. Wo nipadua no wo character to saying. A day ne ma wo ye different from other people. Opa fa pen ne paper to ho. Onipa na da bia wo de wo compare no. Tenase necessary. Obehunu say, I am not close to this guy in any way. Not because wakona nim see me, but because who said me ankasa me mu du chain nipa na me de me ho toto no. Wontina sense see ye enti de bia wo mu ye ha. Enepa bi wo mu a e ma wo dance. Enepa bi wo mu a e ma wo ye precious. Enepa bi wo mu a e ma wo nye te se wo bibia. Onyame bo obia no mo obia fingerprint. Me fingerprint nye the same as me bade. Onyame in his wisdom wama obia a unique identity. Stop comparing yourself. Jai sadia no. And at a compound house. And at the bia what they also sing for abroad to 2 dear home, and I made the media me bear then was I see so. Many cried the dear and cran and be there be no boo fear because Ufo say Obia Conanimus sin winter won't know their own can be. Men boo fear. And boo fear now you're special. Oh, you're unique. What damn so? Sikane be a winnie. Now so will be more a down so change Sikanino. What do we need be Sisania Manoswa? Ubehunu no se umodu ubehunu no se onye hata ubehunu no se wonso wo danso na wonso ye person the less superodi no kai menso me ye person fiase akasa akere wo ho se menso me ye person menso me ye special. I may not be rich but I am unique. Eya yesa confession no kire wo ma wo ma no susu hunu se wo mo danso nkwada ni bebre wo ho mu ko school a omubu omu ho abonfia omo de omu ho toto nkwada ni bi esa ne mpaboa bi na danfo sha won hye bie enti no ohunu no ho se ni mu odu. Begin to change the mindset of your children. Ma wo mani mfi ase se obi amuru obi so o ana ye nyina so nya pe o ne nokura wo mu ni se obi a ye different enti wo pressure wo be ye ti se obi a wan hwe abekwa kopra wo ho. Oh, pray, so obe kasati so obi. Oh, pray, so obe nantiti so obi. Oh, pray, so obe nyesikati so obi. Esono ne path, and esono wo path. You are you, I am I. Me fingerprint nya wo de ne de me ba asase so na nya no na de wo ba asase we so. So stop comparing yourself. And go and search for your purpose. Wankasa so we are busy chasing the dreams of others. We are busy chasing an amount for dreams. In fact, Ebinim are living the dreams of Nkrofo and they are not living their own dreams because they don't know who they are. Abrabo boy yina kopin kwa esuesuan kwa wa kopin Nkrofo sa enti ne unique identity na woni mu anka be ma na dance no wa yira no ewe me be she unkran start seeing yourself as different fa sha wo manitirim say omo ye different ma omo pressure omo be ye ti so obi omo pressure omo be ye wo mo a be you oba no pododo a maninya confidence say ne de no but the fact so pododo doesn't mean say wonye nipa anasa on measure up to na many examples of one of my pododo a wo mo atimi atiti mu abrabom. Ewie yenhye hu nkran yenye hu aduro na yentimi nkwa bontene with confidence, knowing that we are unique, we are different, and we are proud of who we are. We any enkranhyesem a awie me de abrewo EpaHoaDaben dwumadi ni me basisia
happy EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Every Nyantini, Ekosi Nro, every Habai, Edikonkwa, Ghana Bibidro, the Tumi S. Soria Wadney, and in the Kremu, a Breno Drew, say a Dick Ghana Herbal Conference, dear Dickan Cra, a bro, Jumadi, Ebebasu November, Bosomida, Etoswa Duno, Ekopma Dunum, our Prempe Assembly Hall, Kumasi, Asimtitra, and the Jumadian Sone, harmony in herbalism, balancing tradition and innovation. Bra, Nabahi Aquaya Hodwa, the Yabibinro, Nahuni Hodwa, Yayo, our Ghana, Nene Adunsi Fokudai, and one more, where Yabibinromu Shimu, ending Koma Hunya, Sajumadi, one more Masuya Sene, Amiadi Bramo, Aya the Ministry of Health, Traditional Medicine Practice Council, Food and Drugs Authority, Center for Plant Medicine Research, and the Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. Bomodia, Nakwa Belfontin Tankesianeso, www.ghanaherbalconference.com, and also Frey 0202-222-095. Now register Sia. So pese obeda unra hodwa wa yo edia. And now pebia obetimidi unro nasie e wodwumadi nasia. Bomodia na Frey yo 0202-222-095. Diachi ewo at Herbal Conference. Ewo Abelfontin Tankesianeso kwankwanuase. Ahonyina. Ghana Herbal Conference. Our roots, our remedy.
Rise and shine, it's another day to stay on point. Toast to spread, it's still on point. Watch it spread it all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
Watch it spread,
It's still on point.
for your bread,
It's still on point.
for your toast.
It's still on point.
It's yummy
It's
delicious.
still on point.
Still on point, yes, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
Still on point, yes, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
For your toast, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
Fortune spread, it's yummy delicious.
It's still on point.
Fortune spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first now you have been shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money and but na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ni agi say e bebo ama o man na koso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda nyamishra.
And a way to revamp the collapsed cocoa sector. Incentives will be provided to our hard-working farmers to increase cocoa production. We aim to add 200,000 hectares of cocoa to Ghana's outputs in order to increase income of our farmers. And to cocoa farmers, the Cocoa Board Chief Executive has informed me that in August, they will announce the new cocoa producer price. And I can assure you, the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land and start planting cocoa.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Is a stronger cedi a negative thing for the Ghanaian economy? No, if the exchange rate was at 16 cedis, the 5,040 would have been 80,600. It would have been 80,600 if the exchange rate was 16 cedis. That's what the 5,040 would have been. Why are we making it look as if a stronger CD is negative as far as the Ghanaian is concerned? The truth of the matter is that we sell the thing in dollars, and let Kojo know that whether it is spot pricing or average, last year was better than this year. If you check spot price today, 7.4. Check the spot price at the time that the this thing was made. And I'm saying that you declared an FOB of $4,850, out of which you give the farmer 3.1. Even when the prices are relatively lower than last year, we've declared an FOB of 7,200, out of which the farmer is getting 5,040, which is 70%. It is the exchange rate, that 16 that was used in November and 10.25 today. It is because we have a relatively stronger, a much stronger currency. Why will anybody want to play around it? Now, if anybody told you that, so if you were a watcher of the news and you looked at the pricing, averagely was around 8,000, and you hear that the farmer is giving 3,100, what will be your reaction? Did you ever, as a journalist, did you ever hear that there was a rollover of 333,000 tons, that Cocoa Board had sold 333,000 tons for 2,600, and that is what was affecting the pricing for 24-25? Were you ever told that? This is something that Cocoa Board hid from everybody, and that is why it was 4,850, because in 23-24, Cocoa Board signed contracts for cocoa that it could not deliver. Not 30,000, 333,767 tons, sold at 2,600. So in 24-25, we were using high-priced cocoa to pay for 2,600. And that is what brought the weighted average down. We have done about 230,000, and we are taking on 100,000 to 25-26. That is what also has affected the weighted average. But we are doing a 7.2 instead of 4,850. So we are reeling from that 333,000 sold at 2.6 in 23-24 that we couldn't supply. And so we're using high-priced cocoa to pay for this, and that affects the weighted average.
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
We know we were say you go explain tire. Well, we'll delve into cocoa prices and whole politics and what it means for cocoa farmers. Yene openi anane boating or no eda cocoa kuafo no ebe kasa shortly. But before then, young teen see a ententine so na yembusa se den eko e na Ghana for di hun komo on social media. Trending stories efa amembu ho ene edien sembe nso na koso amanone a yebetimi ene wo ache emre na so dia na ebusa se
Den eko eden eko
Prince Ntwibu Asiako age na dwa ode ne echini ne eko ebe nyina ebreyen ubusa den eko dia, he's the man to talk to. Prince of Goals.
Man BB.
Prince of Goals.
Man BB.
Prince of Goals. Brad, I'm here there.
You should have pardon you want to say to seven.
Hey, you dey maintain that.
Oh, so you say Bible dear.
Bible dear.
Yes, in the bien when we move to.
Book beer no David. Ah, it just create me shit that na Bible nko ade.
E move to honhom ne honamani.
Na book bia nso ni ho ye popular chain
Bible. Ye mo ho dawru ye nya ho advert enso
ye to
aha
onso aka asem no so aka so modern it is twerɛ konkro a
then say aha ho na mani na
ugina na so enyumre no nsi ahia no wete mo e wo kase eboni mo uni na den na ekɔ
bibi some de bebre no ekoso pa
bomi mu
to ne eye entita kese no so
aha
na bibi yen sase o kan se be amanyosem kakra na fenema hodo ne fa fefra bibi yen sase mfra amanyosem no kakra na sente mama be to dwa se yenua santwoni eye oru apa adom kire OSP mi achi no kakra
ampa
koso ne peche mu nsem be deja
bibi kakra
na be se ma Paul Belia the engineer it's a bit of say be the motor question be kwase OSP ma bail there's the answer ketwa
yes one for a property wo no ani di
mienu also ni property dia
that's me
see bibi na that's a man for the nkomo abefo ntakesen so pa
almost dey
bi kwa say do ho ya OSP de bedu ba bi no see so pa chi na kwa ya be ka se fa motor question abra asa na eja wo ba bi ekono na say Paul bae no obeye video bi de dance eni ade abobo nkrofo bi o madaro me nam no so e man bill na Paul kobo manhia ahifie 14 anese obomenhia na se na nse menhia so de oba na otekokọ so asante no tumfo se tutu otoso mienu ehun asem a na okan na bibi sansan ba o manfo aka bi o Facebook ne Twitter no so pass na se Paul aye bibi na special prosecutor china na menhia otekokọ so na efa phone afese munya bo ana say be too for the amanyosem
because o can say menhia officials put too pressure on the system way and words
small kind no na so ka menhia so dia na so o ka asante ne asemwa na asante menhia mpanifo be yi ano say nya no kre say Paul asem no munim hu da menhia mpanifo o say nya no kre
ntina Paul boa
ti say Paul ka dia na bia ebosem kasa na Paul na kasa ka menhia mpanifo say Sasem be free menhia ba na ye no kra omo so amamre ne amane
okay
omo obi a friend no chief of staff e wo mo nso ahemfie ho e na otumfa nkasa chiame di say nipa mienu e na ba bonte be kasa say ya if otumfo ho di say kwa bibi fufuro bia na obi a ko gina be ko ka asem bia menhia for say nka Ghana for say sa Paul nsem no ba bonte no ye video bo menhia
di no Paul kase adwoso hene jaache hene e no obo hene ba ko nso edin owie no ka se ene menhia officials
amtese nya no kore
ahemfo no enko ana menhia officials no enko ena adenta commission
enko
omunyina so connected to menhia
ena bi lawyer for so class we different
ena menhia se wo mon frɛ wo bia empa chaw ma
dabi menhia se wo nim ho hwe and say Paul General because say menhia himfie or menhia officials one officials and name menhia pen for say enya no kre na so mo assemble no beka bia eyom chief of staff and also tumfo na nkasa chiame ene beka ho asma de tabe ba bonten say nsema na mfi say nipa menu hu a ebosire mo kasem
okay but say we know it is not as if say or say omo issue statement or say omo at the pressure eto system no so no mu release you know enti enya asem a obi aba abonten abeka na emfree menhia officials ho we need intervention
sir
but ne menhia kasamafo ya asmo kan say
omo intervention bia dabi tene omo ye ni menhia nipa kura multi pressure
multi sa pressure no
eba Paul ka was a video ye na ye tweet it is awesome na
ye take akra
wo kwan ofa so ye ne nema na kwan ofa so ye ne no ma nyina kire se wo ma menhia mebusa akra ohu prekwan apese entimi nyesa ebi se enam no kwam menhia wo kwan ofa so se nkrata atwra chief of staff wo ho ya ono secretary ohene wo secretary for ahodo nso ho bibi nam wo mo so a ene ye kase menhia se ena bibi nam achiame menhia achiame so
amane kwan so
ana otumfo achiame so a ena no nso ye kase menhia na sabe ohene bi tene ba bi na ewo mu so ye ohene de na nso menhia nso ma no no okoyi asem bia no ana se okosere bibi ma obi a eni kwa se nipa no kan se menhia ebi se nhwehwe mu nyina dadi se menhia enim asamasi no ho hwe menhia nsoma obi a se onko pachew ma yenyi adomo chire nti ohene bi kopa achew na eyi no a saa ohenkro no na oda na se ne kwan no na emom ma onfa mata menhia ho
yo
ebio ehia pa se ebehu se menhia no angrofo paja omasema no omode bebata menhia ho no ombejaye a omunyae emraso se omujae efise menhia nka so oye bibi a wo ntena ofie ana wabontene na wonkotwe menhia emfa no emma mewuramu yete yede yesoma ha yene amahu se ye kasa wa ha nyina no yesom menhia ha na sa Paul adumo chiri kura ye kana semi so santini so nya santini nya no nehia na emom nehia ne se ono kura na menhia no waba amprese menhia no ya politics fo a omo sori a omo eduru ba bia edian no makobo menhia din no emprando do sen na yehu sa politics fo no yehu omo a omo nya bibia kire se omo kura nya omo na emu ma yira so afa na na omo pa omo de omo ho abetwitwi asante enti asantini nye obi asabe o ye santini obi a ɔte santemamu no ɔdɔ asante no ɔyɛ ne no ma santesam no ɔno ɔ santini
EpaHoaDaben na asɛm bɛ mpɔtee na Paul kae TV asɛm mpɔtee a Paul Adomoche kafa menhyia ho
Chiefs, Kwamo Hene, Jache, Jusumai Hene, and the senior officials of Mensia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomoche. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Chiefs, Kwamo Hene, Jache, Jusumai Hene, and the senior officials of Mensia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomoche. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. Chiefs, Kwamo Hene, Jache, Jusumai Hene, and the senior officials of Mensia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomoche. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Kumi, I know that you're in Mensia Palace and I believe that you were part of this. Even though you're a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses that please call the authorities, please call the authorities. I'm so grateful.
Now, when you here? When you know who here now,
so born more thank the crumple sense kukum.
Now, me boo, check a crutch na. No more. There be obudia kuniaba.
Our court,
Napo. Enya na anu anka yenimpo se okọ ayi NIB ni yoku up and down there bia. Ehye no hudi.
Obiante. Achi po ya choka kra.
Check a crutch winner. You ready
your fans.
Now we know who here.
And I make a bibi we know who here. And I said no crown was even necessary at all. Say, Mama da see me bubu back
so now.
Nene money na. One day pay.
And I can't do co prison and Casa de
Kenya. Do credit say. And so to the party your press conference and Casa no da see me bre.
Say, who's the encho da?
Oh, Paul.
Where's your achievement? Oh,
because when me say necessary.
And even though you are a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses. I don't know. Even though you are, I don't know. Daddy, what did you do?
Paul, yeah, Becca. Agents say, I credit. Any Paul, uncle, who here?
Last night.
Chiefs, Kwamo Hene, Jache, Jusumai Hene, and the senior officials of Mensia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomoche. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Kumi, I know that you're in Mensia Palace and I believe that you were part of this. Even though you're a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses that please call the authorities, please call the authorities. I'm so grateful.
Ayo.
And to send you about that,
and also call him.
And also come up who comment the and Yasam to Bibi and Yasam get on my fully di Hunkomo. Now, Bibi and free ho. Now, young call and some food from Bibi. And for you being in a mobile fontaine, Takes and Swa. Uhu Abrantie Bia, Okuta true.
Okay.
Now, or say at Tadia Srufita.
Okay.
Now, what video now, Obedience say AI. As we be AI. Abrantie kutetu achese ntwe ka achese o madina mpotemu ho ena wo tututu o monten so abibi enya sam keto hu mfonyi no a oyam kra be hyew
sa case na ayi Janet to Riz Junction ho no.
Thank you. Na kutetu odi tuo ne ye den wo ho etutu tutuo chese hu se de okutetu no a
pacho bra Facebook na be ha de ekoso enti
o target o
minim pump action
kuta no. Oh, nempo se bia ija to pena wo dispersing crofom pa bi me yeso se target.
Na wo di tuo na dispersing crofo ye police ni no abema.
Hwe oh, wa target.
Wenye warning shot, o da tuo na kire nipa so. And wo to so wo to.
Sound no better. Am no. There ne man here wo Ghana hasa no. Madina na we see. Hwe crofo na dwane jomo e kra nkwa no. Tuo bi obi to fom a. Ye betia no so akun.
Stampede ne besi.
Oh. Eja to manfo dwune sabe kwan o majapade ese obi sika ese na okutetuo di namu tututuo se nyesa obi ama woni so de hwesoro mpo e target etutuo more than 2-3 times aden adan and o man will be to me share
it will not to this hand
to this ano I will fa so be pa na se be we so oh ye hwenu mu se Ghana pros so betumi hu san fonyi na nipa odi sa 77 nsem hunu yi bibia tumi ache no kwasi anchiwe na se ba be yensa na ho abdo se obi atumi de ope ewia kataban
horse Reese Junction ho no ho ye slam
yeah
tim say nkofo titi kiosk nko ani sisi wa nkofo tim ana eja to FM bi eja ne hyepa ena onu su kura pump action a odi nemu eto
o to ageden na yesa bia wo to mimi hu mfo npere mi se bia wo okoto akosoro ama fa sense so na nyakwan awurem akwakodum gya no ezo se de okuta to na wa target ad na oto na enye to aye to de apam obi se bia ugina kwama na se wo de anyenti dwane fro da bi o target obi hwe target tutu ba akwa oto ba akwa okọ na nim kakra no asato ba hwe no asato ba akwa aso owura kona ho no osato ba akwa ka ho dem fa so na se
and we are told to say enipa be 10 epraye
bepra
from gunshot wounds
I will fa so be pa na wo sa de we a abranti kokko ekoye so e o sempan fo ni etimi chi no
Emma victims in the back your friend Ernesto Parry just what that Pentecost hospital only other 4 people be almost so 20 be kan omo enti ye ka say police for nche ni pay
me mama meti am no kasa idie ye nti say police let am fa babonten say etutu na call so madina brantiwe ye rehwe no mpo and police for hu
yes see a friend no area
there's a boss no
akwa no a friend no area
the boss no ko area ho dia na so na ye boss
and otutu tuo nyina so na police for ho and nya anadwo asem
debele madina na nsia anadwo awia
nya anadwo asem madina redco neba ne send up to na ye nchi abranti
yo me ye make fan say police for hu mfanyini ana ye nte ye dia ye ka tro mo
so okay all the accounts are they stress on the fact to say in the full glare of the police which means that not police for ben even though we have video where police did be on ben there but the police were on site they must have heard gunshots and it's been how many days I deal with see and this video is on social media
trend
on social media
trend
about send abesi ne yentimi nchi ni pay we are told the same kwada bi so wuye as a result of a
tuya 98.9 and obi so munim no wonpotamu
area
obi ya no obi nim no obi nim no obi ka se gangalia nto na ajeman ama no so akofa tuo toto abre ja sinkrofo eja
pade no kwa na menti ase no eja ahyedan eja ahyenkofo kiosks na wakotwe tuo toto
ne jani tuo de ka twaka be na omuntam na say be empowered wa ho de pamonkrofo say be omumfana fire service wonya kwan emedumija etuo so oto no o target edi ho no targeting say o boni tuo
adewe ehu
serious bibi
ehu
so bia to be sorry de opebia
the rate at which nkofo di wo mo etuo di nsemfon wo man we mu no
bia to be sorry de opebia
ehu it can't be
just yes o man for japade yes man for charge na okuta tuo
na mu ne tiase no say eja na ehye no ne etuo na wafa no the connection how are they correlated and at the end ebema obeye saade no odwene ho a won tiase
obeda tiase bibi as say won san faso bie ne so yes Ghana police service say branti bibi o se ye chi no
long overdue
ye chi no a che dodo e o se ye chi abranti no make die antipote pa ejesi o manfo japade ese na do we ya hwe a nye etuo ne kutawa o toto wa ase no amadam so nkrofo prepare de o sa branti a police photo mi so ne pachi a che kra dodo
na etuo na wo to ni nyina kra so no ne trouser hye ne ewro ne trouser hye no
ebe ewro ahremanfo ejame faso bie ni adu ya branti
no I think it's same way they say busa police for because it can't be say obi e brand we kwanye so brandish tuo no or to ankasa or tutuo no fam ama nipa pira me bi da hospital ma ebi awu
na yes or to cost no to cost different together or so target tutuo no
Over Facebook aba be hunu video ibi na we dey no den dodo.
Afa so be na was adire so.
Praise yenya area ho ne enko bibi.
Yenko efufro. Bibi ye we ja asem de yenko oyoko ewo Kofodua. Kofodua oyoko ya sabepepe. Oyoko better this SHS. Also ja to ho. Ye ka say also ja dem. I say Jano Bibia say ya dos dodo.
Say so the when beto for moi. Afibia ya sha se asa na esi.
Yeah.
Especially aban sesa. For any two form.
Yeah.
Aban sesa bia the first 6 months almost 1 year there. Obetete sansemi sa
2 months.
And I don't know. Minim ne ye de ba there. And any pebre mu so no aka say
asman ka be kan no.
O pebi na mam ne mo dry ne ade a.
Sa anye dwa na esisi a na aye nema foforo. Say we jasese da bia be so le bia yete ejasese asem. Bibi oyemfi ejana asem na de yenko ade foforo. Na asem bi ba wan we ya bibi enche guess no. Be ha dwen pa. Na uko Facebook sa boys ni bia sase ebusi. Guess ni so asase esu bibi. 98. Bibi say bibi, I want to tell say Shoprite. There is a Shoprite over Ghana has ya man for guess do pa.
One nkofo boy ka.
What I say. Na I want to just say Shoprite mpenifo dey ba say one we here nchekura on be free Ghana. Aye. On be free Ghana.
Ade business ne nkoyi.
Send here.
Who say no who say was ekoyi a won kaso woko.
Sabepepe. Ghana be free Ghana kra. Na Ghana nko a bibi wo hwe Shoprite for instance na Malawi kra ka ho.
Oh, I see.
And crowd do one member be free ho.
Oh, I see.
Am beja o pretty on man say Ghana dey sha said dia. Say bibi guess no. Timi be bia Joyce money dey some do live be fa dey.
So me o say me from Shoprite.
From Shoprite ka say how
enti o mo be ko.
They say omo ko dia
but already some South African companies are now a war malls ni mu no ebi ko da game ko game ko
Happy FM 98.9.
I think there are two others being so Mr. Is it Mr. Price? No mo tonton tade ewo mall mo so na South African is so o manche o mo ko
Bansi o how bi wo ho na so say be ya hu how kro na nam so mu na free ho sa and the Shoprite so oba be ko the Shoprite ko na say
and gas
ya boka pa be boa boys ni mum
and say Shoprite ko dia be san back to supermarket
say supermarket ni ma no nti say Shoprite dia no
and say o mu ni ho nti
and the gas ni ti apse
and one na mall ni mall
sa pepe because me o komo a Shoprite na kototo nyama
but we no enso ye ade ba ko a it brings another opportunity. I mean Ghanaian businessmen can look at a kwan e be fa so e be replace Shoprite.
Sure.
Me kai say na Ghana ye wo departmental stores na umugina mo na so pa. Apart from GNTC na ya bind there no. Later on ye benya A Life. Minim say bia wo beto A Life wo the Gen Z. A Life na a big chain store na wo Kumasi. And they were planning to expand ABB branches and other bibi see along the line and egu ye no. It was a very prominent departmental store. Me sure sanka by now and continue grow ayekese to say Shoprite.
Yeah.
We need to begin. I was saying Ghana no deliberately no. Amanyofo no hwe some be create such champions of business.
Yeah.
By now, aya na me ka say me hu ne nti ate say papa ye. Oni Ghana baby KFC ewo ene ukọ major city bia KFC o.
Baby
major city bia wa Accra ha. Let me say Accra. Major city e Ghana ha. KFC ewo ho. Yeah. Our own papa ye enko beyond Greater Accra.
Wow.
Ebia minim any other region or what there. But she baby to say Kumasi.
Greater Accra cry him for do same.
By now no we should have grown some of these companies ama anka womo spread over West Africa here Accra mpo. So what I say, we spread over West Africa here Accra mpo. And I don't go ewo your friend me say alomo ukọ Nigeria ya atum Inti sanka yebetimi aye policy, a deliberate policy a omo the potential to grow, to serve Ghana first. You need indigenous departmental store beer so far. To the extent that ShopRite, tomatoes you know the free South Africa neighbor. Kubedjaye, omo the free South Africa neighbor. Entroa, omo the free South Africa meko. Bayire.
Aye drebu o man yimu.
Yeniema yetimi dua ne ha nyina no mu di fi South Africa na eba. Enti sanka Ghana ni na bie a bigger shop to sell ShopRite. Can you imagine the impact of that on farmers?
Faswa farmers ibenya wo so.
Obato di bibia free ha.
Ghana ha ya.
A South African company was sourcing the farm produce nyina from South Africa. Drinks are uhunu omo ho no paper drinks dodo fruit juice dodo na from krom na eba.
Wow.
Oh. Enti deliberately, the government must have a business policy or be identify people with potential. No, Timiama, or Mwenini. No, Mwenini. And come here, me they say you Accra Mall, you Western Smaller. From shop to shop, Ghanaian brands. Say entirely Ghanaian brands, jewelry, Ghanaian brands.
Sure.
I would love to see that. And then we have young men also according to the perfume business.
Sure.
What me identify one more potential now? We are deliberate investment. Or mining the baby so far, you know.
Man be so far so.
The shop price almost barbecue.
Say almost so barbecue. There's someone but man for chilling kakra.
Yes, as a can be by economy no.
That is another thing. Tell me say be wo ho no
taxes no.
To say be wo ho.
And now taxes ni how because any man no dey benti na taxes. To be wa hey.
Yeah, na dem dey bend now. So I say almost 80%. E bi wo man.
E bi wa ha.
Oh, tell na mo mfa wa ha emfa enton baby o me man na dan some be di from ahodo so. Na dey aba no. Bibi yeah, can't do any o man for the dim come Facebook no so na dey yanka be crying yeah.
Sir.
Ono to kwa kuma se ne mpotemu no. Ye na ni se bia ba ku bi ono mo a. Utu bu ko so ba form. Udu on ba card be jira be didi. O ya de card be jira.
Say I the answer. Linda Door.
Thank you. Linda Door the o ya de. Na bi me wo ukwo kuma se na card ni du a. Obi et bi second pa be mienu mi ense bi. O do mu si. O ti se
no wa boss ansa na wo si kwa mu.
Ato na de o second o koda. Na bibi na do fa som ne ma man for di nkomo pa. Linda Door che se kusua. O mo ton e wo Linda Door no se kusua is 6 cedis. No man for say adan.
Kusua
6 cedi.
Na se ton 4 okru.
Kusua ton 4 okru ba bi kra 3. Oba me krom ka so akra ba bi 3.
Na do dem ne mabodi o. Na so kra body.
Na se bibu animu a okogu nsu kra no. The last time cook mas kra na 2 cedi.
Wow.
Okogu nsu no. I want Linda Door 2 cedi.
98.9.
Ko Johnson keke.
2 cedi.
Ene sa pepa no beti di ama wo no. Enye se ukoja o 9.
David.
Ti ro na upo.
David. Uko Johnson 2 cedis. I want Linda Door. Se ne mi no ka so ma tumu mpo di a. Ene tie fo mu tie no na be kire.
Ni ntina na ano. Yeah, stop over. Be say Kofo ne namban ho saa, ne namban ho saa.
No me tell you
this abetwet.
No, because last time you cook basa saa. Before be do Linda Door no. And bas no na ka just patch you be call Linda Door nti me nya mo nyo so start here do.
Because no boarding. The boarding.
Oh, they were boarding.
Eh, omaduane boarding.
Say kusua ko 6 cedis. Na Ghana phone di hu nkomo pa. Say kusua 6 cedis.
Na ya nso ne say, enye say ye aduane special bia o.
David.
Ubo hu musuo koto wono jollof and fried rice.
Happy FM.
Me boarding ne. Obebi osu no. Aduane ketewa bi o. Chicken e dia ma wo kra nso chicken kra mobomobo. Na bo hu musuo so peteki.
Yo. Uko take Linda Door.
This oko society. I see. I'm for the hun komo.
Nde jai say do ko Facebook bibi jai. I'm for the do komo so we almost selling that door for. Say ko share 6 cedis dia.
Aba.
Kosua 6 cities.
Na no akokɔ no to san kosua no different na.
Ebia bibi akokɔ no different. Kosua 6 cities pa the man for say ne board thing to them selling that don't penny for.
Na just we wan hwe ya afin be kɔ na we na du 10 no.
Na say afin na ye August.
Na say enema bo kɔ fam na.
Enema bo kɔ fam, dollar kɔ fam, na me kɔ fam. Na ba nsa na kosua de e kɔ so asese 6 cities. Udo rom de abom we ni ho. But motor mo dey display 6 cedi taking no so na 20 Ghana they say the next price no kwa taking nya kese ni bio
oh ya twetwe yi
ya to 20 Ghana kama pa na bo kama to do ma mu za na pa chukosha na yesen take 20 to we take back ko vi kosha back na na fanga bi na ba na
o so jibi ma no
e so obedi kuma ha so to asa na ntiko fie
waje ayinsuo bottle back 5
Ghana gu nso 2 Ghana. Tena do ho no a on na house na 100 Ghana de. Bibi e ko. Asomwa to. Enya asam keto. To man for the do come pa. Say omunema ne board.
And it doesn't match the quality too.
That is a problem. That is a problem too.
Now also pe o to bayira ya chi a be kenkan ma ko mienu me nsen bi di ama. Me say ba ko bia ye simple. Bayero no matwitwa no mse ba ko bia 2 or 3 cities
2 cedi
say near standard and
yeah baby one must 1 cedi by the 2 cedi no nye extraordinary bia o say bia na kese no so say no more ye to wa ya o da be
aba mebo bayere kese ba ko uto na ufa ne say uto ni 50 Ghana mpo a utwa na sankiti 2 cities
yeah to do we no benya ho be 4 ta ba ire bia no so ba 50 Ghana ba ire say ba ire mile say ba ire boyden ba ire boyden kra bibi kasi abenya om kra be 25 30 cedi
na watwitwa ne nkiti 2 cities wa ha be wi no nya be 100 Ghana ba so
ba ire ba ko pe na ko sha create ya say to ko sha ba ko 6
cities
ti ko sha create no oton ba ko 6 cities abi na so nya mfa so be times 3 of
price akotifo na de benya wo
sare pepe
komodo na o he jeni na aka na VIP nso atimu yembie window na ho ka se wo tade kwa ho
sare pepe
you to he wo jeni na he wo ne ma you be forced to
onjere be bia aban anhwe ne de ni yie bibi so aban de no because na aban wo bi wo kwan kro no a so Metromas for the no I Metromas for the no so kwa so a ene kwa dia ye bibi
ampa
kwa dia Metromas for the na we ka kwa nyina ho bi na ba hwe ni die ya
Metromas for no kwa nyina ho
dabi wa se pasa bibi ye wie wo Thomas Partey
okay
e fa gudie mu nsem enko wie
bra ho akiri no
bibi afenfie no ne aduanu ba ko ba aduanu mi no 2022 ne beto dwa se Thomas Partey rape case bi ni ma bi akoso a ene fi 2022 be si na de Thomas Watson pa and court
okay
na court ya ma no bo ni be ka say conditional bail I say the judge ne say when your team foforo kwa akọba ma ne nti ya ma no conditional bail na ne bail ni mo no bibi ense o mu ndo so pa bibi tie de rin ka ba court say ma Thomas Partey any man a involved in the case no mu bia eni nkomo
oba Facebook abrabe he Thomas Partey emra na court no video ne da wa yeyi to oba Facebook ababe hebi emra na owura court na ni mu no
ma one man mu bia eni nkomo
e man na ebo ne kwadu
e man na ebo ne kwadu no mo fa phone class of friends o abaye te say ho ye da bi court say mo onye sa de tosumienu court say Thomas Partey free baby o wa ye address a court ni nim no a oma police for mane
okay
ni say be free baby o wa na etu kwaya ko efofra oma police for hunu say o san address de tosumiensa say Thomas Partey etu kwaya free sa ekuro no akọ baby for say be international travels o free abrochire ba Ghana and o free baby o ko baby for no so court say oma police for mane after de tosu na ye twatro kra nyame adoma September ne de tosumienu Thomas Partey besan akọ court was asem kruya ho entie nua Thomas Partey a na yenim se ensema do efo no ho efa rape case ne ma bi ho a e ba abonte no ene okọ court amane bail na emuma conditional bail se bia ye ja no da bi me kakra September ne de to so mienu Thomas Partey besan akọ court na asem no empenfo atwa so e dia me hwe ba bia susan e de bode ho no ebe kontu bompa ya bibi na wa bobi Thomas Partey
na okay na me hwe charges na Omodia Bono no summary of Thomas Partey's charges.
FM 98.9.
More kwame come see. Na somewhere there.
Eze ade no nye ni nyina na fa animu.
Make so am so make na say we die. Say ye no kura dia na say abranta no be kire no. Ko say kire dia de die.
No ba de ba ko so menti ase ni say who accuse you be say wafa wachi.
Yeah.
Omreko a wampene. It's between April 2021 and May 2021. Emra oye wasade no. One ne pene say one ne beda afa wanim.
Yeah.
Ena ofoso de fa wachi. April 2021. And net 2025. Ena wo ko boko adu say May 2021 na menene da. Wa wanka nkyere me so de be fa machi no de fa machi nti de na ba begina sem di bia.
Happy FM.
No baba kono kra no wo hwe ne charges na sad ne si be 2 times.
Ayin baba ko na si twice.
The first one no sebi bibi. The first one na wagimia.
Second one
no so na wa adwen we. Ah wa na first one a o tin say na emfa kwampa so. Enu echi no wo hwe charges na o de ne be ye for friend ye fan anim. The third one sam me ye fan achi. Enti
me dwene ho a menti girls.
Me mu charges na me
menti girls na se.
Enye kwa kunya mienu be miensa.
First of all, we say wa force me afa machi. Eno wan
report.
Second one, wasa akwada ne mpam. Ama wo so wasan force de afa wachi. Which year?
Between 2021 and
2022. No watena ho 2024. 4 and wo kobo charge.
Maybe pimo 2025. How?
So your time was out. Your time was
the Thomas Partey we dey me.
Ade ba kwa lawyer for me TSC dey prove bail. Dey prove rape.
Yeah.
Medical report.
Sure.
Enu nti omutu man for say obi rape a enkonkodware. Oko police station afa ho sa akọ hospital. Na doctor phone check some pampa obi agba awura ho a. Na wo ye wade no wo a wan ko report wo a wan ko hospital. What na woto no so a wo so de fa ho. Adware ho a ye ni obeye bi kura bokura after that kura obi fufuro kura sa ko bi oni ade. Atena ho a 2024 ansa na obebo ko. Na dia na de ko prove so afa woto.
Sabe pepe. Tinko sa se enkomo udia ko fo di o Facebook so. Come charges say si be 2-3 times.
Dia uti sa akoso asa ade no. Wo anim ho no say
oh, the guy that transfer today. I'll pay no more.
Oh, but we should be alive, bang.
It don't come as
a star.
Yeah.
Sort as
it's now 32 years.
But you see, our black boys abroad, they are not learning. No. Charges Facebook charges in go.
2021. April 2021 and May 2021 also or fire ho charge 2 April 2021 and June let's say
okay, complainant 1
it's first one
anal rape of complainant 1 between April 2021 and May 2021 during consensual vaginal sexual intercourse. Inti ye prince ye be fa nim na o breach agreement na ko fa chiri na charge 2 anal rape of complainant 1 between April 2021 and June 2021 inti between April and May of a chiri ba na between April and June the same complainant no was on the year no
e wa chiri ho
May June now the bossumi charge 3 vaginal rape of complainant 2 in December 2021 reported to police in February 2025 also will be afoul by force 2021 Oko report to Asemono February 2025
how many years
Charge 4. Anal rape of complainant 2 in February 2022. Enti second complainant here on no report to the case 2025 no. Apart from vaginal rape now or so the year no December no. The same person in February 2022 or something of Anachi.
To also at home now 2021 December. That's a February 2022 alcohol. What's my wafamechi?
Girls, charge 5. Vaginal rape of complainant 2 in Mabella in June 2022. So it means that sa complainant 2 no one party nam because sa alleged rape case here a charge 5 no is see a different location.
Mabella. Yeah.
Charge 6 sexual assault of complainant 3 in February 2022. And one of the side charges when you now by when Thomas Partey decided not to play for Arsenal again.
Yeah. So it's called Villarreal La Liga.
No Thomas Partey Krobo 4 months fefe.
Come
Abrofo to flat na wo
say charges out there say
kran wo bagana kran ke de be chew
kaya ko be bia ma no
but me say wo mo be donate Thomas Partey
after party
we obenya $1 kakra na
Ababo Blasters we are Accra Sports na Kumasi
boy so we hu bale don kran ka benya ne na die na boy si ya na abrofo do mu hu bi da wo join jase abrofo mu hu bi da na this is what worry Morocco and I'm say what's up with these boys Kawari Morocco
Ghana for kona kama
no de we akura wo fi kura de ka man ho ofe pa
honegu
wo mo nso ti asem ase a
honewo amu ani monyam wa chinyam abibia ye kama ozeze we de ato
ni ato no de ya
we say nya de krompa nim gwase a
won sa de no
nim gwase ato be da sa
cause backdoor no do so dodo backdoor no do so
backdoor kwa betro se 4
Obitimi ko backdoor ma tena ho saa so many years asa no abeka
2025 aden happy affair we pana na
9 Ghana judge akaso obeka kire girls no abrofo no mu tisa
Ambroni ni kura man no bail on condition ma hunu say some no mo kana kura ampo no so that
but the bail conditions no enti say you ko ni OS before the debut
as we to
class simple wo de wo betu afri ha me hunu
ba police for man o sa location
yanka so on for property bia is name bra
yanka so on for 50,000
yanka so on for two sureties bia bra rape nipa be miensa
so a bail condition no
na we be pie hanka bail condition this okofo obusu akoku nyina
that's all the plane now
Prince of Gold
man BB
Prince of Gold
man BB
Prince of Gold
man BB
me da se bebre na wie wo de na kodi aba ama ye hunu ne ekoso e wo social media no so ye to EpaHoaDaben dwumadie no eso na emra ye duro ya apomuden ho nkomo apomuden oho de ne de o yare ana wo problem bi ana o menses no inflow yi twesi ebi so hepatitis na how ebi ana de stroke ebi so ana wo de no ya wo ehun nsemo na editia wo na wie metwa ben Dr. Anobel a oda Mansoa Herbal Clinic ano na waboa ye ansane mu minimum enne topic a wode nam de but mebusa no na wode ya nante eye ne nsemo a ene wode baaye emu Mansoa Herbal Clinic ewo Fadama Washing Bay Fadama Washing Bay in fact wodu Fadama be bia na so he Mansoa obia be kire boat fo nyina yira Mansoa ne je omode hwehwe mo kwan nti hwe na Mansoa Herbal Clinic na ma Dr. Anobel infiu na onhwe ono de oye visualizer ono hwe wanim kosua ohwe ohwene hwe otekrema ne kala ne ade a otimi hu ne ekoso inside the body. Dr. Anobel Atenase. Doc, mema wa ha.
Mejosu bibi.
Na boko de.
Yankopo ato.
Edo ade ase. Na team no so ho te sen wo Mansoa.
Obi ha ho ye kama.
Edo ade.
Happy FM. 98.9.
Okwara mbebo aso ginem.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, de na efe. Oh, na wo West African way. Maybe ja.
no scan no color no ne obi bia match for
me that's papa yeah obeso hu ne doctor can bra Facebook ne be hebi obeso hu doctor so ni mo bra Facebook ne be he na ni mo bi doc ne wo de fa he
we would there I've not decided what because maybe we can talk about but me kasa kakra na ebia bibi wo ho na opese esua ho ade a ne aka ho asem
first of all mame busa obitime de jonso ehye no ho che ema odi tu no ho se me mitimi hold jonso for so many hours o tu kwan kra wono won gina nwonso because opeso kodu ntem and it appears as for a lot of men omutimi hold you omojonso no a achievement
Happy FM
because ono say otimi endure otimi hold ne blada mu asem kan me blada mu odin otimi kura jonso ache e won sunsunso bi woni padua no so fa ho ma me wada roma
e won sunsunso bi woni padua
okay so pesa wo fo nso tie ade we ye ankomo a metifi nkoda ho na me gina so me dafie Saturday bi na nkoda memu abi di agro me dan nachi na nkomo a na omudi no eye competition ni obetimi hold dwonso ache and emrante na omutimi eye che no wo masem ni se wo no mo blada na edin boy ba kodu so obi de medwonso de mi a manwonso a medwonso gu me hu sisi a no so krado ne onye be makra and they are teenagers and boy ba ko kan sembi and I know say a misconception o se otimi hold ne dwonso che de a ene e wo ne oba da obetimi ache pa
98.9
doc chira ade na ewie
yesun ade no one blada no hold dwonso I said toa na se mpendodo a nsuo no egum no dwonso ne egum no na expand sane yankopon ye no nti dwonso bi anso salty se etai blada ne mu che na se wan ye mfirimu a one etase wo wura pulses ne mu ebi wo adwonso ne bi wo kra na bacteria ne ade ede ewom wo se besen but wa ma ne kwan ma na ma mesi woni mbremu one at the pressure at bladder and so bladder and the brain they communicate and catch you say Johnso do also I catch you say men Johnso I'm going to hold it with time no sa edge now what no won't be
because I'm pa who would check a cry na fe won't so Johnso do be
yes na body na kasa catch you say why not Johnso hinja no na kid na san filter bi aka ho no pump or say I am on Kodunso or Semenjonso. The Eddie Cow was here, I started that one. And no, nothing, I started trying. Till the time of course, when your bladder stones.
Oh, I see.
Right.
And now in children, so crystallize you.
Yeah. Now, if you all cry when your retention, in soon be cry as answer travel be going to kidney on the side. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right. You just cannot be on my catch and say, oh, urine retention. Maybe 30 ml of water and as a fluid and as a cyst. Yeah.
There's a side Johnson and Mamesni.
And Mamesni.
A tie ho.
Yeah.
Nedentina, Wako Johnson as I Johnson the Emma. So no dear Becketry. And so catch any peduane say. Unyan yes over Johnson. Into no son of course, baby. Why I can see a trying to limit. Oh. It has to fold back. But it mean fold back to the normal one now the man. You have a 9 year example. Say ultimate buy with them to a certain level. It's all stretch on
to a certain level. 98.9. What your child a 1 hour year do. So what your trash or say my wife in them. Oh,
can I be fair? Say tipping.
But tipping most of no end to me end you and do her. But what why yamana do her? That is where the pain comes. Right. In Pendodua, as a man, as a woman, who keep you Johnson for longer hours, no, it's going to have side effects on your system. Because as I say, urine is unwanted part and the pedianempe is secreting out. Poo is unwanted part about the nempe through unwanted food. Nobody edible. So pupu show for the 1, 2, 3 days thousands. Because you are no cry no ukatasi so ade chenkra ko bi so kra bon. Sa na nti be transfer fi ni rural system nti wa dey free radicals.
Okay.
Ni ma bi woni kwansan katra ni pedua nim or sometimes are being generated through the system. Afi do wa anya da bia wa be san be man makan ba ko se pe. Wani makan se pe. Adinti na yes ebia na Johnson na eba no ni ma bi wo me san ke be sentem. But you keep a check. To return, my blood and you're very weak.
Wow.
And all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you crack complaints some more prostate problem, but I'm going to PSA fine. But still, no, the prostate are fine, but none the blood are weak.
Now, prostate in the blood and no connection.
Prostate now quite to say, as a seed, let me put that way.
Okay.
It's like an, I'm far almond seed size. Okay. Very small.
Okay.
Right.
It's a abrofon kati fruit no.
Yes.
Okay. Opaya
ne shemu no.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a seed like. It's no. I was in between Oshua no Anos no. Yeah, to that area.
Okay.
I want to be who prostrate.
Okay.
Na go and hear my baby.
Okay.
Na dia ne say o ni uhukafushia. Na security juice.
Okay.
But yes, and I say fluid. Let me put it that way. The security fluid.
Okay.
Na dia good semen so na expect.
Okay.
Right. Semen no but I know the buswa na expect.
Okay.
Right. Na ojunsa na makwan. Na junso na iden. Flu. Very good. But with time no say eyin eye kesia na block baby asa Johnson here den ebe fa no ko you try no pipes they said the wa hi ebi na mu right from the kidney na sane from na badwan na aba from to the bladder nti ba ko nam ha na ba ko den nam ha let put that way nti nam ha na nam ha no so we no e wo mfimfini ye kesia afi no den den esi kwan na esi kwan
and then ma prostate ni ye kese
prostate to me through degenerative conditions. So last year we saw about degenerative conditions. Ye ni ye koye be degenerative kind of peduane baby obese me ye den na me fatty liver me ye den na me high blood pressure e bi one na didi henge fat ne dawson artificial you know baby contain artificial growth hormones right okoto potra akoko
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
But 1 month 2 weeks, I hope to say some pa. We are 2 months. We shall get here pa.
One steroids near the idea.
So the way over come over here. Udia, it has effect on your system, right? And this growth hormones no can one and collide you 9 years, 10 years. Why Brian? Why Brian? We are no bunin sa. All these are growth hormones. I won't me and I ye din. Okay. Maybe a content GMO foods near the near all these hormones no enyansu so your system no so ma. Afi nipa no to me sin in fear why then. What di? To sha ba you over 15 years. We should do for abobo eje na we be say mami obi about 32 years. But nentisa. The growth hormones no be once and so ye prostrateness ni growthness so and yeah no kwa bi see infections say again infected it man ye kese inflammation esi nti ave ye kese na fe ha system no and yeah no kwa ebi wo so a genetics family ni mu no omunya family bi omunya kotojo problem ya nti wan hwe no nti asia sa na be ye family bi won so ye kotojo problem ebi ya me man no tumnya prostate problem na omonso enya mumba bi ko nti all these things ni na ekeka bomu a na ma hu say no this is the problem of the family na ma edi prostate na edeba enya no kwa some medications bi won so a ya no to reduce pains meanwhile pain is telling you that you have to get attention to one part of the body. But the end you pain na
ya kofedro
ya kele no. Yes. Ya kele pain no. Nti on seek for medical attention to that area na body na catch us say me here attention no. Ni na contribute. I didn't na money prostrate because oba en produce sperm. Yeah. I didn't na be money ovaries. Be man tunkusia bosun dia. Odi ene say we produce sperms. Now sperms na afa amoba afa yefu. Yeah, and then can be see you before banching. Until I buy.
Banchi.
Banchi ye broke a sepa. Yeah, cassava saya baby.
Yeah, no edia na say.
Banchi ye dia ufie ya. Otadi bidi fufu ni ade.
Ya be na banchi sa.
Banchi saya we pa na banchi ye rich in calcium. Banchi ye rich in calcium. Haban no rich in calcium. All those banchi are very good in carbohydrate. It's one of the best energy giving foods. But the people say is suya kakra banchi on say say obi pe energy banchi one of the good source of energy. Obi with diabetes no yakokunte powder. Yakokunte powder na bi no hono be 1 tablespoon not the French you no more. Say ni sugar no be 20 onum 2 tablespoons and the next 30 minutes on check and share a bed drop it.
Kokunte powder.
Yes.
French you no.
Yeah, na nom keke. It will just bring it down. Yeah, just about 2 tablespoons. Right. Banchi are very powerful. Obi an ye for. And I meet you kono.
Wow.
Yeah. Once I did you have me bechewa ha yen cheddar.
And yeah, be exclusive knowledge now my.
Yeah. I did be am chewa. Obi an ye fun ye kese. Ni ye fun so.
Okay.
No be say sote. You bet me use banchi na chi no. Right. Banchi ran ye de man.
Ngura na de man ponchi no.
Banchi ran. What use banchi ran. We use pineapple suckers.
Okay.
Pineapple suckers na ye udi abrobo wi an itina wo de ma papa no. Ochochen no. It's a powerful medicine.
Wow.
It's slimming medicine. What the can branching run on our own now put 1 disposable cup 2 times in a day.
What food battery?
We phone battery.
Where they say can him?
A be any.
And they say with the can him until you know when you could charge him no cobressa.
Oh, and dear can you say,
oh, my food, you can see, and
you can't try it. My minute to try banching, you know, could to go in no for go. Very powerful. So that you say, brodier, nechino, insulin.
Yeah.
Right. Only anom and sana, what did dear, or be what diabetes, and sugar, cough in 10 try and test it. You can do it at your home.
No, so can say body and Ankasa crown, no blending, who's you no crowds of fighting. We say a ulcer.
Ulcer, yes. It's very good for ulcer. It's pylori, ulcer, esophagus ulcer, or aflos ulcer, and I say the peptic ulcer, the normal ulcer. We use it will work perfectly for that person. Yeah, banchi is very powerful. We be an idum pari or fight treat sciatica condition. On pe banchi na habaino. The yetiman ponchi momorino na habaino. On fam 1 pc, on fanya biane. Oya nkwanya untwi kakra ngum
bancha haban no
very powerful
timi wo makumu
I mean that down yeah
o ka haban na wodua no so no okay
unu say banchi dua nkwa ne the strongest plant utumi de wo achichidi achi epai bia ni ho
oh really
yeah tell me about the exclusive near my de bano
and that's a banchi dua emre
so nature say very powerful banchi dua nkwa na obitum dia wo achichidi mu se graw
ebe wo
sika nkwa ntumi nye se adwuma no right only cassava stick
enya achichidi am pe na asema kan me kwa experiment baby mu achichidi bi ofia so bewu kan ko pe banchi dua no wona chi he se
be kwa wo pe be ko don't try. We are kitu ebi pe beko.
Spiritual na.
Yes, spiritual self. But when banchi dey very powerful. The spiritual aspect is dangerous. It's when person make sure. Yeah, because you can use banchi dey kuni pakra with beauty. Ever powerful.
Wow.
Yeah. Banchi dey hu.
Nti from na haban no to ni dua no to na duane no ne ho no. Ni nyina ye duro.
Ni nyina ye duro. Ina edru fanese obi a
tina ponchi ho odin
yeah fanese obi a okọ private amoja wom okoye surgery ya ka say opamon koye right ya say a pause apapai e won nsum koboka me ha why endoscopy ni ade ina pe banchi nwura na haban na ye ka ho asem twi na fashiri kakra ka ho na sabentua mienu
Happy FM 98.9
Chibancha haban no
yeah na fashiri ka nyam
na fashiri
ka ho na de miawani na sabentua ba ko na sabentua
shire dodo sen
o shire ton 1
10% ba ko kra da tumu
it's okay
na wayam wasone
so
na odi asa
nipa
no on wo me ne kakra na
opa wo no penso normal that's the medicine. Wow. It works
na odi asa
abrofo say me ensa was omkoye omye kolon hydrotherapy nom dia mind and omko dey paying dollars but asa is very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah, ben mom person being a prostate problem I use some anti-biasa garlic. It's going to help you.
Garlic what the best and garlic shishu
very powerful garlic
anti-cancer
very good. Yeah,
garlic ni nsuo no nko
garlic nkete be miensa
No ayam.
Wanyam.
Na di nsu afra.
Di nsu afra.
No wasa.
So yeah, wasa. Bit me in the morning, early in the morning, or last into bed.
98.9.
Wasa garlic, I be bit made nas be 2-3 hours, and I don't know nje. Okra we ni na.
Which aphrodisiac bia?
I just say about one many now.
No go chene me we are you.
Yeah. And what we are saying is healing starts from the mind. So be person who turn Umbra man so back clinic.
Okay.
Or buy your beshano, your honey beer, you will new Fada ma Bombay washing bay.
Sure.
Be see wala pass Fada come and cast you Bombay. See wala pass Fada come and cast you Bombay. Ufi kaswa side neba answa si wonya meche fala pass cast wonya meche. Usi wonya meche Fada come and cast you Bombay. Bombay na ye landmark. Usi o Bombay a when say soundboard nisi when I'm quote that so. Me quote that so. Full nessa ne bra washing bay cause about doctor ho. This year, I'm rebranding today. My village herbs.
Okay.
Village herbs. In the next month, I could be somebody sick room. Village herbs clinic. Village herbs clinic.
Okay.
I have a powerful. Oben kawa yadi we are me twice it to cheme. Me see wa wo glaucoma. I when ifra. Unwadi when iba kon off. And now ho you so do na when infra come. You reverse it for you when iba start unwadi biem. Yes. And now I'm telling you, come and put a challenge. Okay. What do now every day be for 2 hours, for good, 2 hours, for good. You are wasting your time. My brother, it will still go off. Bra, near more herbs. Me say, never be if you will see it yourself and you mean make a show. And your eyes will see better and clearer. Ya show katita, one won't show. Now be more bra, you be more herbs. I bet you so correctly. And now when me to a sintina me don't pay now I baby. Hey, bibi wo oba me ho obisa me say doctor me fa sika sen ya na menti ase
say bia obo no ho
bibi but me ho na nche sa
sika sem sa
bibi because unim say obi oba say yes on for 5,000 to bibi me bi da on for 3,000 me bi da 2,000 no aden one be na why
e bi discount
tie me we hospital no so my we hospital no they meji wato ho dia make a deposit so that you use that deposit take care of you obanas ye shona ansesa ka ye what dey be ma
okay
na say obani ya show and you go you come back for review we check up you just 150 Ghana cedis
sir
yes
when must affordable
very very affordable 150 Ghana cedis
and you quality healthcare
when your quality healthcare better your labs crowd
okay
yeah and sana we are you show we are sana helps Alberton. What you are in according to what you have.
Okay.
Your trauma when you by force and change. No. What you want to know now? Who you sue one point of the Mikabaka and Medun Kaya and Babbage. Yeah. I can't remember more eye problem on my son, which you are I don't need good, Miss Amber, to treatment. So I can see better within just a week. We want Namakako Bono Crow, Copimka Crow. But within 1 week, within 2 weeks, girl be 17 years, nobody I back off. And within a space of 2 weeks, was open down and who said, dear black trim. Baby will be a man, so I have back as a village of health clinic. They were new for them a Bombay washing bay. May sorry no, Ufila Udula pass a Fadakuma cast to a Bombay. Ufika Swasa never answer Fadakuma can I see a Bombay. My number is 0244 62 65 90 0244 62 65 90. I mean, some for we can we be no want to me and pick his number. 0555 165 797 0555 165 797.
Doc, yes, the was be bringing your chere na ewie betimi dia kan ye de ho na ya boye ho eban. Mansoa Herbal Clinic and I say Village Herbs Clinic and wate Dr. Penia Odano enka. Yenkone enkopa yaresa, enkope apomuden na yentimi embo adwuma embo yebusua ho eban. Mansoa Herbal for yedamu nyina ase. Ye de besi anu madane me ho. Ameton de kakra me koba yebeti esinkomo mu. Ye ne kokwa akuafo bedi nkomo na
EpaHoaDaben 98.9
Cocoa price fufuru ho asem na yebusebusa nsem kakra efa ho. You want to stay here? We're back after this.
Number one everywhere you go. Big go. For the friends friends and the family. Big refreshing moment. For the kids and the adults. Boys and girls with a drink up. Everywhere the party day. We go mash up the place with it. Greatest in every battle. Big refreshing moments.
Big old drink. Big refreshing moment.
Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa, nanso wo sike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika, na udwumadi a wudie, wonum a wonim dwumadi no. Etumi dima wo e wo bra wode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E Productions. Ya be sort you out. Freyen. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi di bia fam. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi udwumabie a wo pese otwe egun homa so. Freyen. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Freyen. Documentaries, freyen. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Freyen. Waya nyom na pese oya nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Freyen. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production, Freyen, short and long film, Freyen. Yetete phone humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E Productions, capture the moment.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say think funding before projects.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
And a way to revamp the collapsed cocoa sector. Incentives will be provided to our hard-working farmers to increase cocoa production. We aim to add 200,000 hectares of cocoa to Ghana's outputs in order to increase income of our farmers. And to cocoa farmers, the Cocoa Board Chief Executive has informed me that in August they will announce the new cocoa producer price. And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land. A way to revamp the collapsed cocoa sector. Incentives will be provided to our hard-working farmers to increase cocoa production. We aim to add 200,000 hectares of cocoa to Ghana's outputs in order to increase income of our farmers. And to cocoa farmers, the Cocoa Board Chief Executive has informed me that in August they will announce the new cocoa producer price. And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land and start planting cocoa.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Is a stronger CD a negative thing for the Ghanaian economy? No, if the exchange rate was at 16 cedis, the 5,040 would have been 80,600. It would have been 80,600 if the exchange rate was 16 cedis. That's what the 5,040 would have been. Why are we making it look as if a stronger CD is negative as far as the Ghanaian is concerned? The truth of the matter is that we sell the thing in dollars, and let Kojo know that whether it is spot pricing or average, last year was better than this year. If you check spot price today, 7.4. Check the spot price at the time that the this thing was made, And I'm saying that you declared an FOB of $4,850, out of which you give the farmer 3-1. Even when the prices are relatively lower than last year, we've declared an FOB of 7,200, out of which the farmer is getting 5,040, which is 70%. It is the exchange rate, that 16 that was used in November and 10.25 today. It is because we have a relatively stronger, a much, much stronger currency. Why will anybody want to play around it? Now, if anybody told you that, so if you were a watcher of the news and you looked at the pricing, averagely was around 8,000, and you hear that the farmer is giving 3,100, what would be your reaction? Did you ever, as a journalist, did you ever hear that there was a rollover of 333,000 tons, that Cocoa Board had sold 333,000 tons for 2,600, and that is what was affecting the pricing for 24-25? Were you ever told that? This is was something that Cocoa Board hid from everybody, and that is why it was 4,850, because in 23-24, Cocoa Board signed contracts for cocoa that it could not deliver. Not 30,000, 333,767 tons, sold at 2,600. So in 24-25, we were using high-price cocoa to pay for 2,600. And that is what brought the weighted average down. We have done about 230,000, and we are taking on 100,000 to 25-26. That is what also has affected the weighted average. But we are doing a 7.2 instead of 4,850. So we are reeling from that 333,000 sold at 2.6 in 23-24 that we couldn't supply. And so we're using high-price cocoa to pay for this, and that affects the weighted average. That is what they are not telling the farmer.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Well. Yeah, Fred Openi Anane Boateng, we've been calling him. We booked him to talk to him, only president of Cocoa Farmers Association. But I understand, sir, your friend, but he's not answering his call. We'll certainly keep on trying. You better call NIA for us catching up. Yene Omwa Kudim Komo. We want to understand the cost between a National Identification Authority and a Ghana Revenue Authority. And it has to do with the fact that say importers are ready say omobekwa kutua omo taxes ama GRA na GRA for etimi a compute tax also mutua omo akaponechi ewo the tax gate ewo aye habo asem saying obetua tax a uhia Ghana card ene Ghana card ne ya ene say a crowd information so into Ghana card number and one with tax identification number. Into any here separate thing from Ghana card. Nina a composite. Na GRE at the NIA 4K over 300 million Ghana cedis. And sa ekawe at the hobeye in Fiemi and Senye. Ghana Revenue Authority in Timin to Yakano. NIA for say womo abo womo chemswa enso enya dia womo fi. Inti the only option NIA so womo wo ene say womo ebe pull the plugs of GRA. Inti GRA entimi nya database biya taxpayer ode ne Ghana card beba omo betimi verify sa verification platform no omo yi GRA fiso enti importers na omo kura Ghana card omo pese omo tua omo taxes no mutimi yi omo niema no esa ne say GRA any database bi obe verify omo Ghana card no omo nti GRA is unable to proceed with the process nti ene Sika wasa benya nwonya. But how is it say Ghana Revenue Authority at the 3 years won't mean to ya? GRA or no did you mind revenue na SML ahina no mutu SML. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, yenya NI mpenifo a yebebu some questions we yenya jare mpenifo bebu some and producers are working the lines to get to talk to them. Enra NDC amanyoko eye primaries ewa akwatia ewa Eastern region muni anim se akwatia mrahye bedwani ene wo kasei wetwa nani ahweban a enunti akonwa na beda ho na according to Ghana yemra ne yenhyehyeye no se koba ne sa ne wo se ekoto aba foforo enti I think 2 weeks ago the New Patriotic Party eyi womo candidate a obesi NS Kumi anan enra ena NDC fo so ekokoyi ne obesi omanamu ankoba se candidate a na ukura NDC franka mu ewo akwatia ene omasande nako omato abayi nipa foforo
Happy FM.
ono na okwa contest on the ticket of the NDC ewo akwatia amenkwa homa no somra lawyer Bernard Beidu ono so ye BB ono nenra NDC core primary so akwatia omato abama no a oba beye omo parliamentary candidate in the September by-election. Lawyer Bibi, otimenka memawo eba Happy FM so. Na ewia hoden wo de. Na mami ndi kan so emfa trinkwa congratulations emao on winning Enra primaries no. Enra minim se wo winning ye de but na process ne te sign mao adwumaden ahe na waya edu aba bedu sampempenswe ne ento aso mfiri ho
yo mfa nchi ai more than quality ni hands no cracks any kind na
Happy FM 90
na yeto am de nipa obidi anim ewo by election a ewo ye ni my September 2nd na no crack me anso na me constituency secretary. In fact, me pick form say me contest ni emra no e kire say we yes and so resign. As we speak, me nye constituency secretary bio prior the elections. Now the processes no until I'm say me resign because in order for the processes to be free and fair no then there's a conflict of interest VIP baby.
Okay.
And my bra me submit me form no and my made the resignation can the answer na make vetting no na me free. Senia ebema processes na fair. Now ye no ye pa emo ebalote me fa number 1.
Okay.
Ye omie kasai and naija ye abato no kwahyehyɛ so enra. Bigidi said na mo refs wo ho any other refs from other obia be catch say it was one of the freest and fairest elections I met in Ghana.
Okay.
In fact,
we need na kanisa no.
Minim say candidate ni bi aka a grant interview bi aka bibi say bibi course wa na enye dia.
So far menti bibi out there.
Internet trace bibi ayo okay. In fact, elections ayakwa media for ne security for nia ejina baby eto aba. Regional minister so ne party mpenfo nia regional chairman no national executives at baby share process. Na obia krem anka sentia ne yonko no akase ebi antokwa because one answer obi sisi obi. It was a fair one. Na ye no na midi kunim no on say one would admit to say it was a tight contest. That was not the period that obe B1 okra kasa so that you try to manage emotions near there. Indeed, yeah, the way and in fact media for who ni am new be akra kasa and it buy. The process, it was a fair one.
Okay.
Now, beside the second leg of your question, you say, Ben, I'm here to be
exactly.
I've been the constituency secretary. I was also the lead counsel for cases a course against the late Honorable Ernest Kumino. Me nanami court ye bibia ema a year party and a candidate at the time. Niema ye di ebibre and metre delegates no me call mo ho kan niema ye chere and omunim niema ye nso. The anunti no mo mame sa victory ya and I'm a leading party. But let me quickly add, say, there's not a victory for me per se, because the victory will be meaningless if eventually we need the main election now. And I don't celebrate this as any feat ama achoke. It means nothing if we are not able to win. And if me ubi follow me campaign masem na unity. And sa pempenswe is a test case for me. Semi United Party no. Na yediako kuna September 2nd and die no.
Wona na oye lawyer Emma mo candidate in the 2024 elections. After mo koto abewie ya na mentime ho ase baaye wona na udi nanimu a wotwitwa eje no ana se udi nanimu ama waye ni case ewo court. Ene nkofo nsem wo mu kan bi ni se enipa hu ti oni papa ekoba wo ye no lawyer nyina no na wo pene de bia no wo ka ho asem sen.
Okay, so since I'm not putting say the kind by sa propaganda no bra yeah copy forms I means make of be. I think I've answered this question and delegating so over 1,050 year delegates to about kwetiano because share omuni nara e wo mu fie mu me ko bia sa question no e bi bisaye me ya no kama e de kire delegate no ensem ni nia na e betimi aka on radio so because this is an internal election and the moon 7 so a bit of an internal one entinye nia na e betimi aka but ne betimi aka e de answer o question no yes it appears the candidate himself Honorable Henry Boachina me representing is not bothered because onjina bebia kan bibia sada because onim bibia menim yentimi nka na bonten but what as a party in some na one year but into ono on complain ida on ka hwe ye call campaign ya wan kasa asem ne da but it appears any pair wa bonten mom ye more worried contesting when the person himself is not bothered.
Ebi ane hano but one person obeka ho asem.
David. Minimum no for over 15 years. I've been so close to him.
Okay.
There are elections I'm leading. Even he contested for the position of chairmanship in 2018 against the current chairman.
Okay.
I was his campaign coordinator. A year Honorable Yadomwazi. I'm closer to him than people even think. And I'm saying, Michia delegates, no, because I can do that. But mean to me, yes, I will radio so. I can't do that. He is not bothered. I can assure you he's not bothered. This morning, I was with him. Even prior this morning, you call vetting. Or Teneka Mokudu Jam, Miss me park me car, me who pe. You go bo mudi income. Ye. Or no tea, nam honorable mean didi. No, she be my means many more. And Timene no, ye 1 year war and pay ye din como kama. I can assure you that he's not bothered. In fact, on no be lead the campaign no near the accord or near honorable Erasmus Alinia. And so there is no
I mean relationship I describe actually let's say Montemo affair. Boni bienim. Na eden nebema we decide say Madam Fuyi amesanso ye no lawyer yi eka wabo 2024 aye campaign ton awaton no ho na ene unfortunately akonya beto a me science anema ni nyina ho na me contest no. What informed this decision to go against him in spite of my yonko fa ene said the watchri?
Over you guys here, what was there? One kasa o kan wa sevedo. O ka o introduce me say me a lawyer ni.
No correct.
Say was we website say me you are not also pe kwan fufu bi so a say bisa some corona pe answer.
So do you say Juma Nemra?
Well, you see, the reason I don't want to go into that, yes, nipa no, and he's not bothered. And you see, beyond all this, say
no, I'm not interested. I'm not really asking about. I'm not really asking about. Say a hana na hano. Bibusa say a DNA na udi jina so ka say oya madamfo. Onone our last candidate the last time. Yet me kwetiano. What was the inspiration?
Okay, so let me give you maybe an answer a bit miabua.
Okay.
The interest of the party at this moment.
Okay. What is unique about this moment?
Yeah, this moment is a by-election. Majority has a lot of things play out. Now, and one thing I make I say some of the reasons in Tiana me fall say as I said me kono. Many no credit in komo before answer me. When I'm saying any na me can but delegates in it me more reasons in Tia as I said me na me kono sa period. Those ones mean to me can you pay $80 even MPP for creative. These are strategies you near maybe as no. I feel that me na me what the key to open. I bet me up when this and I explained to my delegates and they understood it. No, mama, me mandate, those things would still be kept over my chest. And if you don't mind, let me keep it because I know near they call so you share MPP in strength. I kwame asume do ye hu ne strength ne weaknesses. It is say omu yi omu the answer. Nti yanso ye ko yi dia. We need to look at the weaknesses near explore. Na the strength ne ye pe kwan bi e de counter. And I thought that me what that to do it at this moment. And no, it has nothing to do with personal relationship. He could even be my father. He could be my mom. But in the interest of the party at this moment, they said that decision. Now, me delegates. Somebody made a bit detailed to them.
Okay.
And they accepted it. And then they went for me.
What is at stake in this upcoming by-election? A DNA issue moye ho campaign say nunti ento abamamo.
Okay, so it's all about development and representation. Now, and that is essentially the job of a parliamentarian. First, you need to represent your people. You need to advocate for them and your needs. Development and so akwatia kagana ho. I was here in Saka Chefa. In fear was here, yetna ye opposition. Akwatia mining say bibia wa akwatia say. Say resetting agenda no President Mahama wawini or enkran or ye na adwuma ama Ghana mining a. Akwatia si yenya Chefa. Aka nipa link na between Akwatia and President Mahama, and that is our MP. And so development bia esasi yenya no ejidi say esasi yenya through yen MP. And I'm sure sir Akwatia man enye mistake say omo befa opposition MP a ontimi nkobo President Mahama pon. Na mom befa because President Mahama na or yen president. At least if for nothing at all for the next 3.5 years, a president of the republic. You can't change it. And this is be small be on small be on tibin cobonepon. And yena as a yakun kentem. If it were a general election where you do not even know who would emerge as the president. And not the best take where you say, oh, Maminko for the MPP and then the MPP candidate both. But in this case, there is a president, a certain president, there is a government that is running. And it is not as if next month the general election wakaso on Ukraine braso or a hoping 3.5 years before we go into the next election. And so it is only normal, say, Akwetiafobe in the interest of the Akwetiamai any development I share nimuno. We obikain we yankwa jinani ebua. Because there is a certain president, there is a government running. And the elections is far, far, far ahead.
Nti o campaign message ni say ye wa ban mu nti muntu aba ma me.
And yes, I'm kind. Me see development. But
you are hinging it on the fact say so mu per development dia na ne wo so muntu aba ma ne party wa ban mu. Is that not the essence of it?
A fact say open development. Development I can say development na lobby because Ghana ye also. Patrawati as and into obia kokopre. Na wo kwa kopre sabi obi nim ebi mpo a ye me ebe ye MP a ochina ne amama appointment bi obabi board chairman bi ministers the president yi ni ewi ebi anu akoma me a juicy position bi obabi. Of course you don't often anticipate say MPP ni wi Kwame Asumadu wi ni a ye be man appointment. I'm sure you know this. But ebi ana me menya appointment it is for the benefit of Akwetiamai. So you see, when you put both on the table, the easiest path better progress about Akwetiya. Yes, say aban o tesono ene ne mpanifo ebetimi. Enti make us say general election you don't even know you'll be winning main election as president. But here it's a different ball game. And ye niara obi anim say ye pe development ape akwa. But because of competing interest, resources obi a lobby. And it is very easy for me to lobby to make Akwetiya great than MPP near or lobby. This is right. One will say, and then Akwetiya GCD. Afe near bar by mono, peke kakra. Akwetiya Akwetiya Krono fa GCD ni amount from for the past 2 years. Omuni light, omuni electricity. Because of GCD, almost MPP are personal around it, running to the ground. And so we have come and they say and last week the transformer by President Mahama had promised them say Owini abanipo the transformer paper. Owini ipe me any chairman, any honorable Yadongwache, any DC, ye calling chain, and why ye near mama and they the transformer number. By next week, Akwetiya GCD benya light, electricity. Na sebi. Say no rain is community as so enti me anya honhwe. Opposition the anya grow. Opani into power.
Enti Akwetiafo ehwe the fact send this for mo na more power into muntu abama.
Mankind no me say it is one of the reasons it is so much to abama. So me say it is one of the reasons because lobbying is a tool you use for development. And a lobbying, sabi, and then minimum kasa ofun so. If you produce a unim no, say ukra a bottle of water, ni emi enu ya kase farmer I'm sure the bema produce a jame. It is normal. Inti no. Now, secondly, it is also tried to say under NDC, abbreviated development by Akwetiya. But the MPP and I make say for the past 8 years, Akwetiya Township, Nangsa GCD, Eguyen, Omo electricity chrome nibi chrome. Akwetiya Quine near says, and nunti any chrome ketwa. Tinia sren say yenya sa kwenyana, yameya domwa. True lobbying, because mete parliament now roads minister menen nete parliament meaning the whole party mu every grandpa near the market to roads committee so every party akoma me an agency under roads ministry to handle a better than Akwetiya mine kwan yenhwenye politics aye so faso no opani nti send DC machinery ne guso ye adwuma na NDC call election mu na NDC a number of years to run the country Boa titiri ne say yebeyi NDC MP onim de na obi anim say me wo saa kukuduro no me wo saa nimde no me wo saa boldness no e de beko akwa pre e de abre Akwetiya man. As for representation there as a lawyer of some years standing at the bar. Any senior advocacy will be any, I need not emphasize, say, I will give them a good representation.
Opani from community hanamina wase. I mean say campaign afe ne ba be piki ankasa because I run to about you as the parliamentary candidate. I'm sure say in the course of the week and the next week, we ankasa the any deep mo campaign echi. There will be developments be me atonsa e dia fro na ye no atwa enkomo no eso. We wish you well and congratulations once again. Opani a wote ne nkan eye lawyer Bernard Beidu ono na enra NDC for koto aba as omo parliamentary candidate in the upcoming Akwetia by-election. Na I mean largely say over the campaign message or there ba party for and the fact is say omo na omo aban mu na omo per development it will only make sense to say obeto abama ne president na ne party ne waban mu say be ya impuntu ne be ya wano. So he's largely hinging his message on the fact say omo no more power e ma lobbying easy e ma development bantem. But so over the history of by-elections opposition parties have also won by-elections before. Eastern region especially. Opposition for the Taiwan by-elections our Eastern region. We're not too sure how Akwetia will turn this time around. Ebedi enkomo enyina na ebia na you are hearing voices in the background and check medam penifo edi na edi enkomo no ahihye so. Madan sana no mamenkai wo say jumedie kase bi esi yeni so 22nd September osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah neda aye de be celebrate no. Na sad day we ye jumedie bi Global Media Alliance Japan Motors Corporate Run and Walk 2025 edition de nebeba so. Na eba so ane etonsa frɛ families, individuals, schools, any organizations ahodo say bring teams na omobe compete in the 2025 GMA Japan Motors Corporate Run and Walk. We know obe compete here. You are building a strong network for yourself. You are also training and exercising and meeting new people. Now, a lot of business opportunities have come through in Jumedie. People have formed alliances and people have formed new relationships. Abwa womo akwaniasa bebre so. Na ne womu ni se auto forms ye jiska no. Na ye disika ne mu dodo no ekwa koboa wona eni bie. Afiwe ye decided say 25% of all proceeds ye benye free se dwumedie mu no ye de kwa command the Ghana Blind Union. Na aboa womo ama enema ba kumienu omu hie skade aye no. Omatimi e de aye. So you are not just coming to run and walk to just exercise, fraternize and network, but you are also coming to contribute to solving vulnerable problems. Registration fee for individuals no just 100 Ghana cedis. Open more information. I'm fa number is in ne frɛ. Ne busa say 2025 GMA Japan Motors Corporate Run and Walk no. Nhihye na nkasa no it is saying. Or specific questions be ofre busa ombenya ho abotre no mayiwa no. Fre 020 856 5397 020 856 5397 and 020 678 4956 020 678 4956. GMA Japan Motors Corporate Run and Walk it be 15 years. The 15th edition nearby be na aboafo etachiri. The main organizers, Global Media Alliance, and Japan Motors, and a Zen Fusion Consultancy boy Chidom, YFM Ukraimu, Lakeside Estate Ekahubi, Happy FM, and a Silver Star Tower and Sokahu, YTV Ejinemubi, and a Silver Star Auto and so Ekahu. Bra na yenye emano enye fe. Eclipse Collateral Management and Advisory Services say womo ene wo answer to sika wo hia every property mu. So our landed property wo dini mu a ene o document ni bitimi ayi sika de amount pa. Wo se bra no nkyere kwan be fa so a wo dan no land title certificate no ombetimi ede apesika ma o afibia. Eclipse Collateral Management and Advisory Services say one also provided services ahodo. Omo prime depository platform bia. Womo ede a secure innovative space bi ede ama wana epese womo ede womo documents business. And don't forget, say your collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, land document perfection. Say bia wo asase ba documents ni nyina mo ano. But woni mra obechini ho. Wo se fabra omo beye sa legwork na nante ho nyina make sure say o land documents ni nyina edimu a ni nyina ye perfect. Brana ne Eclipse nkasa. Obehu Eclipse Collateral Management and Advisory Services ewo Adentan Barrier eben Medimosis Hospital no. Announce say West Africa Senior High School war no ene eben. From 0543 832466 so. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before projects. I mean, we in Tremuna Faming Co. Mabeja for Honomo. Dr. Zeng Deodorant and I may come for the ama when area. Meti hey, me di bian fami motum. Me ye no kwesiada najo. Na kwesiada najo a me ye no. Eda so gina me ho a me de nam. Me nyusu deodorant foforo bia, me dware aguso enso me de nam. The assurance ni say o the Dr. Zeng deodorant eye wo moto mu a last for 7 days. En kan bia ni ho a obete wo nipadua no ho. Ena perfume bia nso ni sa deodorant we mu. Enso de yo moto mu a wonte mfifire nka ewo wo ho. Obetimi ate mfifire se den. Enya de abete nka bone. We ansa teenagers problem the ama wo mo. Inti media me kanfo the ama wo eja wo teenage children. To be farmer wo mo me active wo team fifiri pa. This one is a way na bedi wo mo be kwa chenti no. Esan so ma wo pocket ho tono. Be kanfo Dr. Zeng deodorant ama chemical free. Chemical be anim. Sourced from the Eugenia chlorophyll flower. Ene de aye. Globally accepted. And obiansu eni ho pa. Nyo de beyane se anajo koda na de ayo motum. Ade eche adware. Ade eche bi mu adware. Emfa foforo nka ho. We de yo motum a 7 days ansa na wasande foforo aye. Dware gusu sa problem bi eni akire. Fra wo mo ene Dr. Zeng deodorant on 0544 767691 0544 767691. And I'm afraid one more 0599 032 5599. So now Dr. Zeng says stay fresh, stay natural, and stay pure. Maybe any sano, me fe nem common to hona indi and comoy. And now me no can say taxpayers are a war pot or more important yamaba are struggling to pay one more taxes and duty to Ghana Revenue Authority. Because NIA you almost from a verification platform no so. Inti emrane se wo kwa kutua tax a wo do Ghana card beka ho. But then the importers are ready so mo kwa kutua wo mo duty nyina no. Oma kapunechi because Ghana Revenue Authority need the verification platform BM. NIA has unplugged them. Now the NIA is going further to say data Womodiama Ghana Revenue Authority Ninano, they are going into their system to delete everything. And then GRA or Nojiji Ghana Revenue at the NIA to the tune of 337 million Ghana cedis. 377, I beg your pardon, million Ghana cedis over 3 years. How is the revenue collector unable to pay NECA? Abedu sam pempensuo we. NIA, ya frɛ NIA PRO no, call bat wonfa. Na we are still knocking. Yepe some details. Na yetimi atensem no ase eye pa. This means that ene abayin nya taxes from the ports. Because people are willing to pay, but abayin is going to lose that revenue. The danger a woman say adie we cha demorage betimi akanko for. As soon as possible, I will say omo resolve sasem way. And we chin so cocoa price abayin announce it. I say I divide the opinions. There are those who feel say abayin ama cocoa ekua for a raw deal because share bobi na sa boshe no na ekua for no expectations pa. So utie a Greek minister mro call vetting a also onu nya ya ka cocoa ekua for no kran kintu be 6,000. But there are issues bi so wo a ehia say ye disika ni bi be solve. Ebi ne ka MPP fuja to cocoa board so. But President Mahama share cocoa ekua bobi. Na wie na mebusa se kaminya ana ne boatin oda cocoa ekua no a ka mebusa wo mo se mampanin brofo okaye se cocoa ekua will be very 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 happy in August no. Omo ye very very happy ana. Mame mo ne menkai on mampanin kan ne medi nkomo.
And a way to revamp the collapsed cocoa sector. Incentives will be provided to our hard-working farmers to increase cocoa production. We aim to add 200,000 hectares of cocoa to Ghana's outputs in order to increase income of our farmers. And to cocoa farmers, the Cocoa Board Chief Executive has informed me that in August, they will announce the new cocoa producer price. And I can assure you, the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land and start planting cocoa.
The price is going to be a very, very good price. Per 64 kg bag, I buy the 128 Ghana cedis and a account. Na ebi se swa aban so se me shebo me ka se producer price metumu by 70%. In fact, we are mathematics na 70%. O kaso be FOB price 70%. And Cocoa Board CEO has been explaining the entire Omususu said they have honored their promise. Let's listen to Ransford Abbey. In fact, Dr. Ransford Abbey. Randy Abbey ne freno. Our Cocoa Board no.
Is a stronger cedi a negative thing for the Ghanaian economy? No, if the exchange rate was at 16 cedis, the 5,040 would have been 80,600. It would have been 80,600 if the exchange rate was 16 cedis. That's what the 5,040 would have been. Why are we making it look as if a stronger cedi is negative as far as the Ghanaian is concerned? The truth of the matter is that we sell the thing in dollars, and let Kojo know that whether it is spot pricing or average, last year was better than this year. If you check spot price today, 7.4. Check the spot price at the time that the this thing was made. And I'm saying that you declared an FOB of $4,850, out of which you give the farmer 3.1. Even when the prices are relatively lower than last year, we've declared an FOB of 7,200, out of which the farmer is getting 5,040, which is 70%. It is the exchange rate, that 16 that was used in November and 10.25 today. It is because we have a relatively stronger, a much, much stronger currency. Why will anybody want to play around it? Now, if anybody told you that, so if you were a watcher of the news and you looked at the pricing, averagely was around 8,000. And you hear that the farmer is giving 3,100, what would be your reaction? Did you ever, as a journalist, did you ever hear that there was a rollover of 333,000 tons? That Cocoa Board had sold 333,000 tons for 2,600. And that is what was affecting the pricing for 24-25. Were you ever told that? This is was something that Cocoa Board hid from everybody. And that is why it was 4,850, because in 23-24, Cocoa Board signed contracts for cocoa that it could not deliver. Not 30,000, 333,767 tons, sold at 2,600. So in 24-25, we were using high-price cocoa to pay for 2,600. And that is what brought the weighted average down. We have done about 230,000, and we are taking on 100,000 to 25, 26. That is what also has affected the weighted average. But we are doing a 7.2 instead of 4,850. So we are reeling from that 333,000 sold at 2.6 in 23-24 that we couldn't supply. And so we're using high price cocoa to pay for this, and that affects the weighted average. That is what they are not telling the farmer.
Ransford Abbey and I order a cocoa border no. Intena me no say producer price a $5,040 per ton. The previous amount na $3,100. Approximately we are looking about 62.58%. Abeja for my memo akwaba. And the other issue so so Sam George versus DSTV. And I mean DSTV versus Sam George. And also that puno yebedi ho enkomo kakra. Kameba mo ho, but I feel na ya successful with NIA call na NIA. So let me quickly have this conversation. I'll come back to you. Dora Bedu, Media Relations Officer, Emma National Identification Authority. Dora, Otimenka, Happy FM Suni, Medawase, we no umre.
Happy FM.
Na, we are holding or hodie. Yedanyamias. Eden aba, ene yenyan importers are the tax gate of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Tema Port. Omoye stranded. Nieti and say NIA for Mona Mama GRE for one children. Assemble and panesi.
The Tema Port today. Linka and one them. NIA a woman and it's the National Verification Authority, a Ghana card. A man who point, and I say, Mama who finds a year abiding to my four, and I say, you identification, and I say, verification. Every of the dump, a year platform, and
Happy FM.
Identity verification from platform.
Dora, wadaroma maoneso kakra mame ase noise kakra wo background honti uma oneso kakra mame beboa me.
Okay.
Yes. I think it's better now. Yes.
Okay. Inti emra na me kasa emra ma ho kwan ema adwumaku a eye private and government agencies to omo use ID verification and I say a more fast services in no. Edi omuhudom NIA, identity verification system platform. Na etinia boa amaya real time authentic ID verification. And then SNIT, NHIA, GRA, banks Ghana na financial institutions, telcos, MTN, they can are on board onto your system. I say, and they will be called registration, SIM card registration, and I saw a bank, transact business via or then a Ghana card never cost real time verification. Now, IVSP, and I said, ID verification system platform. What the whole bedoma was the car, which as I was subscribed to, and it was a verification do our UBA, which you are home Africa. And then a year 2021, GRA at the Ewa Home B. Our use a year IVSP, a verification system platform. Now, a kakakra abedahwa. Omo NCI and also a higher Juma. Yes, ama and your man I did a cramaye. And see and penny for a so our more share, the Katiana Mano. Now, a cobana said, I was saying disconnected a year GRA. If we a year for IVSP and a car once in a year identity verification system platform. A copy say on this year to come. It's a year 1st August, and you disconnect GRA if your system. It's not NIA data cry a bemono. Nana, the Inchimo Amawi.
Nigeria democracy.
Mamma, not mean checking on more. The canoe, nae. Emma won't was safe for Imina. It's kind of
a biom. And I now say a kaka crab a ditch, and I was wondering, sir, a kaka crab, the sanka, a no nya day, but what can we say be wumpa?
In Tisicana, yes, 376,747,406 Ghana cedis.
But your si figure no should be a mammy.
376,747,406 Ghana cedis.
Hey, over how many years?
Since 2021.
Since 2021. Na obi de oka obi bebusa se edie na waye so far so de gisika na wabedum pempenso afedie wo se upuli plaques no kra efforts ben na NIA maye over the period.
Nti ansana obi beba eye yen ID verification system platform no so. There were agreement here and after contract name to all the best sign na ya check mu ebia embassy na betia in pardon say na betia sa agreement no once you na ye be to every year dey sabeto so na say be fine say me GRA na senie MI onso wa sedie no ye be pese aya na eye obi abedi so na waye no saa pepepe na sana na ama so a ebetu ho na mo abonkaye ama wahu dueko o sika watua ni eka wodie ni eti enyoma efa ho ntoni so kasa ye mo bekasa ye meet na ho ye ho befo afa ko dan menka ni so ko dan woka na se wabo mo nkaye ni na no for our mother NIA, and I said, I will see system, no, I the news, as to one among and as a member. It's not the Korean, I said, the BXXF boom, so the day, the back, if you are within Adam one. Now, I almost said, oh, Jamaica, also, we are not saying, oh, our said, be a water good here. I was near you, ID verification system platform. There was an MIA from in front of you. Or my man, all here entering. Now I was also 81
okay, na obi beka se omaya timu ye de mra na ye bibia e na aban adwuma bia nso a be establish it say NIA was established by an act of parliament. Bibia mo be ye bia no must be grounded in law. Question be busane say sa mo service ya ma withdraw from GRA emra na ma mo ho kwan amode aya na say eye mo am strategy amode e demand musika.
Because me yam release what the name of the meaning efa ye dwuma no ho ene eye ye onboard institution bia abaso no ene ye me na waken eye emra ene de ye adwuma ena emra ne so after NIA say ubetimi aye anase bi enti entani for anam emra kwa so pepe any agreement eda omone diary and terminal and no so ena omonama omode esigina ya omusiye
GRA nkwan na de NIA kana
because there be any diary nkwan enipa ni bia na se ejimko ni bi obebe ho omoso de beka
na obi be busa se adan na GRA nkwan na motu omoso sai
menka ne sai kokobo ebia ode obika watia we ya ba oso ya sabetia obu oso kwa dia wa na je se kana ontia kwa Ubu also our stress, oh, may bomb one and one back and Casaye and your America home. And see, and yes, daring, daring at a big time. For the okay, yet to almost sister. May mum or more canning in our nation. Let's say for Bob, say about Munano. Ya box and see, and also Ginasa, Ginana, or more canning. So, yes, I disconnection, no, be at the count.
So because sad disconnection way and so a bit defeated the whole essence of the national identification database because as soon as one is able to verify no check say nipa no so card ne ne dia nampa ono na our database in him. Any for GRA you've pulled the plugs. Say other institutions and so ho be demo car bi a bit do ho no mo ama mo soma yesa. Na say you know database na ma develop no na eso mfaso pa no yentimi nya. Is that not so?
Also, did you know the new me no any example na anase Ghana men na ye chu ya je koso. And then say NIA eye aban adwuma anase ye limhia ene Ghana card no de royal board eso mfaso se ubenya bi na odi edu utumu. Enti ansa na be di ujuma no ye fa eye BVLA and our passport office and now more like na omo de sika and a bo omubura and after omudidi omujuma. In the say what back over the year identity verification for who must do my portion yeah. Not also I was who aspect here. I was I want to year. Now a pay. Now any back and I said you know go back. Eka say me dear ma said there was a year of one. Me ye emani we pay ya. Ma eno so ha ye juma yen so ye e wo NIA no.
Okay.
Enti e wo mu e no kwese obi sa o mo ya disconnect omo no. Obi ko ho a omo nti sa instant real time authentic verification no. Na ihu here nti no. And into I was a car and penny for not a car or modino or mother bitchia. Now, yes, you man, yes, you can say. A year and I Ghana card and buy your data. Yes, shares, then your dear verification, your D to talk as you register for many now. A beach your mobile. And see, I was a more mother coming so it's me here. Now, what am I a Jumana? And also, I abwa on my Ghana.
Last question here. Sir, money GRA course our contract over the period, you know, you've shared data with them. I'm sure, sir, almost our data in so almost system. Inti say more pulley plugs na Obeka say money because they have some database in almost system one. And because nya access no say womo eka say womo ebe use mu data na mo de ama womo so far na they can still survive. Is that a possibility? And again na mo be ya fa ho say if GRA eda so womo data they can still function without a NIA.
Enti juma English ngakwa nyina ne say NIA e na ekwa data no. Enti say enye GRA mpo na say your bank and our far almost verification end user no data no.
Okay.
It's a real time no. Say a year walk and a walk call na mo akọ GRA and I bank akọ you maybe o na say ihia omunya from be sa identity verification a real time it is nipa no de Ghana card o. And after the inspection of this, a year at the DNA soup, and after the new way, I chat a more picture. And no HC and data, no, and after the system, now real time update, and after data,
to say senior what call NIA now all year verification now, no. Okay.
Then to say, yeah, disconnect to the tennis, Obia, what the Bia, ID verification into me.
Wow. Interesting. Inti for now the GRA the way you film.
So
Timeline be down one answer this so much ya.
Yeah, disconnected up when you say
Omutua bia mo be reconnect ya na this so much ya ni nyina.
Eno de so de o kan de am penny for and a betche. Omunkita hudie no. Ene negotiation na say ya here be no. And betche the next step and na say ekwanya am penny for the be faso. Ama obi etia na djuma. Dora
Maminya ohana emise by now the way upon anesa neja and traffic kono kodi mu kakra kodu fie. Happy FM da se bibia ni ebesan ba ho.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Dora Bedu Echampong eye media relations officer ema National Identification Authority. Koku Mauli Nanegbe, a member of the NDC's communications team, Watena say, Alaji Bodinga, a former MC Emma Ebuakwa North Municipal Assembly, Okasa Edema, the new Patriotic Party, Wajineja, Citizen Atodadzi, a General Secretary, Emma a GCPP Amanyoko, Citizen Swajineja. Penifo, Memamuajo, na Memamuakwaba. Na Boko de.
Ready adom. Na also die mu.
Anyame adom me ho ye pa, koku na me hu na che.
Baby. Ye she ho.
Suku de, wo de kan adwuma ho ya na na fom.
Enye easy.
Osua de enti.
Enye easy.
Etiase pa. Anyway, I think so we'll start off from Nkoma Yedi na Majimo reactions and more thoughts on this matter, and I'll start off with you.
Happy FM 98.9.
How does it sit with you? So, better say Ghana Revenue Authority at the NIA cut to the extent say they are affecting on operations.
Yeah. Bibi, my main chair. Say I check a crap. Me chair. We producers. Jemima ni ajingo nini omuke kan ho. Alaji Bodinga nso ma hu na check. Citizen. And so Bibi, sometimes it is troubling, and you see what rippling effects now. Causes is here at the time. NI4 are switch you off platform or access. I deny access to GRA. Problem I deba, and in fact, if you check the way Butaya this establishing NIA, part of it is that. They say it involves creating a digital primary identity for all citizens and legal residents, making it a reference point for various transactions and services.
Okay.
This is all NIA does. Omuntong we nkusia, omuntong tomatoes. This is all they do. Inti as GRA, utie dorano. In fact, the debt has been lingering from 2021. So about 5 years now. Me cry 4 years now, I me problem. For the past 7 months, I new and I'm saying this because you see, you can't reset. Yeah. New GRA boss. Obi cry ya kofanu free KPMG.
A new board also.
Yes, a new board. And I do not believe, sir. Or no, chief we no control we commissioner general no ni board no omubaye no. They have no idea, say we and you know that way this system from NIA now we rely on no. It's like a spine for your all activity and kanwa to say near port. A lot of people are stranded. You are talking about demo region.
Happy FM.
So I'm at a loss. See. Board, any commissioner general don't to me and who say we a major problem. In fact, in law, people have you see consideration. And when you see canon qua but one more two would you be car, but you go work on the panel. Oh, minimum say do go, but met you,
Kasapa.
You understand? The person realize that you are making an effort. And then no nipa no take action be yeah, the people so but the person has made an effort. But what now will be a big cry and found
what's the other?
You understand? We don't act like that. In certain jurisdictions, like by now be a chief way controller general, commissioner general and say I failed. Yes, I failed.
Because what they count here,
you pay, and in fact the effect now and say the amount of money in terms of revenue by free.
Yeah.
You look at it, you know that you have failed.
We're causing financial loss.
376 million. Even if Jerry doesn't have it, have a conversation.
A payment plan.
You understand? Where NIA is. NIA, you see, I would say identity system now, ID card no buy. It was through a PPP arrangement. I don't know whether I have the permission to be saying this. It's a PPP arrangement, which is public knowledge.
Yes.
A lot of the money they make goes to the private partner. So as like they have to work hard to be able to raise revenue and get a part. And that is what is happening.
There's more obligation to partners,
You understand? Yeah, because they in fact we spent about $1.2 billion in provision of ID card way. So they need to meet those obligations. And some of them are generating sika. So they are in a bit of difficulty. So we know I am at a loss, and I'm very much surprised there. But I say and I'm sure by now some actions are taking place because this is not sightly, it's not nice. Because some of us are expecting that things will be smooth. There will be conversation between NIA and all the other agencies so that things will be smooth. People, importers will be stranded, demurrage, affecting business.
Yeah, the economy.
Everything. So it is my hope that by close of day, Nyama will be back to closure so that at least no Jerry Nsube ni Juma, NIA Nsubenye ni Sikano car wedding ni suppliers ni we partners no Nusube to me so that there will be business flow Nyama to me so and so you can't ni almost system no more almost kano they must take a queue at least go to NIA have a conversation so that you have a conversation payment plan so that
Alaji Bodinga mamiti on this matter
yo me that's bibi usheye na me baye no asemi wura hopa yes aweho a ema me mia me nua ye nyina no uhwe de no nkwala a omuchro wasi na uhwe de senior ya confine boko any nkwanta enkwala a yesi sojafoɔ ɛna ɔmo guide ɔmo nkochro openi na miwura ho.
I say we are in a war situation.
A
full-blown war situation.
Even war countries, Cambodia, no Musania, Mankwala Betra, Wamuma, your friends say, amnesty say, will be unfunny to ceasefire, no more control. Openi, police are or can invigilators, Poba Kupo. See how and Kwalano or Mukochro say, na yet not in this country. Na other part of the country. Na yesi ye di hwada ni barracks. Soldier for ena omugu ho any wo mu tent any wo
a military base.
Your friends say. Uji di say sa enkwala no wombenya abotoyem atro ti say ye nua any akukudo ti say ye nua no mu a omwo ye man mu a omwo southern sector yana.
A bedding.
Na ye mark the same mark na be mark. Media mididi says any sa enu de esa yen senhweso. Because this war here koso war areas including Kwanta. Yes, and Kwanta no more. I think we have to do something about it. And I say yes, some
but couldn't we have hosted them for that week on exams or any other region?
That's fantastic. Anka yachiwamu baya. Okay?
Because SHS4 are on vacation.
Yes, yachiwamba other your friends in schools or south
so the
inside.
Facilities
even Kran Wamuno, they need say before ye betron at about 1 month ago near my see. Yenya counsel Yemfa wam go on yema wam counseling. Because if they are not there, wamu parents one or way the other is affecting them at their home.
Yeah.
Openi, this anyema me ha me papa me see me raho apart from the day me mami e kan chiri guye ye call woni muslim your friends e dey no call no ni manu na e no tu asase so former danum ayeti hu and this week the saddest
time
I'm telling you me raho this
I understand how you feel.
Oh yes, Paul, because I have a call from Pusiga Omukasa. Emukatem se nkwala no kura they are not really uhwe before one be kwa center no Mauli na sa issue yi nyina wonim say me I have been an MC before and I mean say nkwala was you and I be si omu kotra myself MCs any MP no any education director muko rounds no mako shem kwala no encrying. As I'm speaking now, the war zone areas no unya MC and I say MPs no bebre gun kraya womu manso ni ho anka omu ho a omu hye womu nkrai no se ye di womu akogu barracks
na MC oni ho a hefa no be wo se oni local
on timi nko enya se oni your friends say wo. Yes, obewo jurisdiction, but to get the guts, say me call school for no saying ya no pa mwako she woman crying. This is your first time. As a niema mutia yenwana, and no neighbor exams will be building the confidence before no. Ebi ni ho.
Watch the environment no mu don't team nko.
One team nko. Na MPs wa omo ho. Let's cite friends Boko 6 MPs bisa say wo mu hwan about 2 months ni hwan na ekoku efi. They can't go.
Alaji, so, I think say I'm happy you brought this matter.
Yes, and a second lane. So apart from this, when him say BC for no kwala no matro.
One more results cry already.
One more results are already. After no umbrella school selection. I'm betting you. I'm telling you about 80% of Nkwala Omo Hono. Omo fast schools from Norfu. Baby I was on. They will come to the south. Ube who say government, education and take care friends and the enrolled in taking ewa hano. Ebeba be choku whereas oho eda empty.
Because of Ntokwano.
Because of Ntokwano. And Ntokwano soon me say on mind toko bia ebeba no. Say yam politicizing. I'm telling you, one more bet me as of woman.
Okay.
One more bet me as of
this
your friends NRA NIA GRA a simple matter omo ankasa omo hu say they need to pay the tax na they can bet me atnase na omo ahihye wo muniema na they should see arrangement on
but does it make sense to you say Ghana Revenue Authority
the
Kawe for the past 4 to 5 years.
And Brumad.
Meanwhile, on TSC so. Meanwhile, over SML contractor GRA New Munyae. Any sika omudoli out to SML. Now your core function it depending on some verification system. No won't mean to ya. Is it that your priorities no what to go and answer the
any priority no what to go because there's no checks.
Checks and balances.
Yes.
Who should do that? GRA has a board.
Yes, but the board no say or more executive on the board. Who appoint a chief executive of GRA?
As a president.
Who appoint the chief executive for NIA?
The president.
Yes, then the president have to sack them immediately. Immediately say one more da ejuma midima woman. Because every actions are undertaken is the president. Timan for you, where's the president na one ye Anna? Because the power is a yedima or mampeni ye tuaba manwa. We give you, we entrust you, and a yedi bibia ehye wunsem eno nti na ma 7 January mauli after election bia no 7 January ye ceremony bia swearing in so akofuna no mu say that's the power of Ghana ye di ahye wunko awunsem enti se wunko abetimi abua ubeye bibia ye pepepe ye di emfa ye ho but se wo feel say mi wogidie ewo mauli ono na ome na GRA su na mi dina ye chief executive na on perform na niema ekowe ya clearly you have one fire now you put our fingers
president in Pamu GRA boss
oh yes so feel say ni oye no onim ho bia na say egu ne amambuo nu fi ha then he have to take action yes
citizen atodazi GRA de kao kofo ntimi ntua taxes so
rabe mamas mincha
majodo
ntia production team ntia munyo no mpemfa ye shewa na yeti fu na yahwe fu mpempem bibi oman yankasa no ayede so ye abeyisamu so ye bazo edwin ho antanse because you see one of the key things GRA always seeks for is compliance.
Yeah.
Okay. What about they are looking for compliance to the extent that was saying to office
any
now what tax force I whatever on check. One of the things the MPP government suffered was that GRA officers were sitting on the necks of people in the market.
Yeah.
Inti GRA free Malcolm na wogu ho market bi na what it na say people are work be there is still even happening and some people are still not happy with those things, right? So one of the key things you people look at for is compliance. And you don't want to comply. Your basic necessity. Because GRA can't do anything without data. And data, or your crojing, or your more verification source.
Unse, the amount de ne den krama GRA ni say. GRA na a generative tax identification number.
Exactly.
And
now where NIA so
98.9. Inti maybe your tax now untimi verify me tina. How can you work?
Yeah. Inti oye on terms of your base.
And your negligence.
No, ya be some. Yeah, because a pedal bomano. Because on my so now it's kind of what budget in Okwen.
What become Kofuno Butum?
Exactly. It's a bomano.
And I buy your revenue reports.
A bomano, a man a bonifum.
And any other place at GRA, EJJ Ska.
Inti you reckon at the front, not to why? Because if he had made a short or sorry earlier about these things, and I won't go
since 2021.
4 years. How? What? No. Why do we sometimes do these things to ourselves? So, GRA also for by
Reverend Amishadai only the
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
On your immediate past, there was a woman before, but after Reverend
a woman after him.
A woman after him, yes.
I have been some
Reverend Amishadai. So none of the SML are there now.
I have been some. I be some and on patriotism. There man won't do fear. Because you see, other DBI canoe. It's supposed to be a system. Every entity knows that these are recurring costs. A cost that we are supposed to pay for us to function. It is a generate any revenue. We should look at some of these things. Planning. Into how do you do your budget for a year or your projections and forget that source these things must be done. Or your contract to some according to the
budget, but
what is the engagement? Because GRA looks forward to engaging them when you are not able to fulfill your tax obligations. It's more engagement when you more. de bia me dwunwa me ntase de omanya nkasa na I de ye de bibia idagro and we are finding ways like obi na adwuma okwadwuma mo yen de kwan bend na mafado a menye bia hye bubutom.
Okay, this reminds me of time where containers of drugs. American drugs and patche pharmaceutical drugs. Eba o memu a yede acheyen. Na enso yentimi ntua duty nti niam na ka ho. And interstate agencies are ombetimi collaborate could not. Ema niam ani si hwa ma. You wonder.
Maybe the matter the BMD example there. I mean, I have seen how government agencies they work in silos. One year juma, one connect in year juma.
Collabo be anyhow.
No, they work like this. You know, when Ghana cylinders.
Yeah. Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company.
Time my MP were piloting of those cylinders now were recirculation model. What the cylinders in the Bikogu a trade fair. No, what's the trade? What the trade fair for Kawama, trade fair if we eject him. Two government entities. Two government entities. Bibi, awo, Fanadao, baby. Na wumba bien waru konde e kura di miska wa mfa ma asika na wona ede ma home. So it's just a matter of saying, okay, you know what, the can okay, need na mama me if you know me down and case close.
Because we all need to survive also.
So yati ho and a ministry ECJ ko twa light. Like, how do we work? How do we work like this?
I think so the mentality is, but
that's what we even tell ourselves.
There seems not to be any sense of urgency.
Maybe asama yakakasha ya unkran de abedo kadanya obutua. We say it to the extent that we even use it as an excuse for owing certain people. So that's the mentality we all have, and we are living with it.
And our buying
forgetting said by the time I buy to your value.
Yes.
So what they canon from 2021, and they so could you say cana. And NIA will not get the real value of a canal.
That is why it forced people to always price their things in dollars.
Yes.
That's why there at least our day for dollar nibram. Because like that we are talking about value. In the cocoa some ye king na
Happy FM 98.9.
You see, Yanka say account now exchange rates yes some of these things. At the end of the day, we everything that we do in this country. Sometimes I'm say, everyone in your hope I'm doing. Oh yeah, because GRE, and now now when they suffer.
Yeah,
people go to the port. Now they are suffering for doing nothing wrong. At the end of the day, the ordinary Ghanaian is always the one to suffer.
They are willing to pay.
Why? Baby, Mr. Odu baby now, Jerry, yeah. Frenchim, you are the one who is being frustrated. People can decide not to go to GRA and go and regularize anything. We'll be free. Our be decide there be corner regularize. I won't bomb the problem. Sometimes it's 1 and 1 hour. We'll be 3 years audit. Receipt be a master why you na for 4 years. Man, work kokoshe. Eyani we bukawa mo. Elamiko ikutia.
Maybe it is in line with organizational culture because the way treat kasa, records, any compliance, CBA, Riba share one way to Yano, ultimate chatumwa 3 years or one who appeared one day, no or CQ so beginning. So it's their own operational style. And now,
way says I think these 7 months we have clearly shown something because the government of the day also is resetting Ghana. I think this one it will have done something.
I like what's now from 2021.
And I may see
7 months in the pressure.
Or see they are coming with the resetting agenda.
But that's what I'm
yes.
Nasanka NIA fanya ya senke ni.
NIA na report to you.
Yes, resetting.
Into resetting ni bila wesu.
NIA never did this to GRA.
We say
NIA never did this to GRA. Emra more power. Into resetting NIA NMA resetting.
So is that the resetting?
Now, is it not?
No, but Alajim no believe that it's possible. So it will be possible for GRA.
If this is the reset, and Crawford are talking of a friend say, "Port then I'm very sorry." Yes,
but you are moving away from all blame. I mean,
let's go back.
The new patriotic party.
Yeah, boss say.
And you know this
GRA,
yes, but the finance ministry, a representative on the GRA board.
Very good.
The GRA board chairman is appointed by the president.
Yes.
One Ubusaye. The CEO or the commissioner general is appointed by the president. Under his watch, GRA, any SML could sign a agreement. Agreement in Yan say, we can't assure revenue. Into the Komobia Manaye. Movie a chirino. Sika GRA, Etuadema company no, and no Busa say, I didn't in a GRA near Sketua SML. Now, when you second to your no obligation, a basic to the core Juma, that is irresponsibility.
Very well. Nana maybe who can GRA board no, the existing 2021. Board no epepime omo no omo
there be
very well. So the new
board na wo ho na adwuma ben no mo ye. So bi kasa mo ye negligent and irresponsible abeji atum.
How? Say they are
negligent. Boss aka we ato ho.
E ka ben no mbo to ho.
377 million Ghana cedis.
E na omo bo to ho. Eno nti na e ma NIM enye.
Pepe.
The responsibility of every government your friends say Uber you inherit near e buy and that's the reason why government be akwa you change government from yes. What I'm saying is say government you inherit yes, liability and your friends saying is inherited. And you should go ahead and do it. And one if you go back now we check this process and then starting.
There be alaji NIA mo na mo smoke mo de digitalization by the Ghana card break.
Anti Ghana card no. Ghana card na e buy.
So ohwemu alaji ohwemu critically. Sakawe e ka fresh mo na mo boto ho.
E ka fresh e more ka fresh into ho.
Oh, Balaji pa.
Alaji mo ka fresh.
Ghana card because normally Alaji dey aya je me bi o kan. But e
card no me bisa say time yen use Ghana card, yen use that digital. Any say ni ohina wo hwe your friends say revenue collection any your friends. Say first say ya who can say tin number.
Yes, we've not said this wrong.
No. Yes.
Alaji man pay enko what tin yen kada is wrong. Me yen kind there. NIA.
Yes.
Contract na wonye eyi won.
Jerry won.
Ma bredo na NIA what started this process. GRA we use NIA document as the same as your tin number.
No be
very well.
No babo kana to ho.
E kanu hwan mu na ese ntua.
Mo na osanka mutua.
Yentua.
Alaji one starting no e ka president what they have confrontation and said it was his responsibility to ensure that time for 4 years. Jerry ntua na ida.
And then say eno need the responsibility my your friends say members board or a kind. And if they
in the case of MPP, a responsibility near board members. In the case of John Muhammad,
the same thing. But Nyame can say the board no. I say ebia woman tia NIE or musika. GR in Triasa or Musicano for the board. No. Yes, then they have to call me. I believe in say Ubi Eye Juma. Na on my sika be efa baby na ye triano ka already. Ye triano ka work ejuma want me anya hwi wo. We need to call the person and come to answer. And American and a second day to me say this research what tina ho achedida. Did answer na afi no mo kwa. That's what I'm saying. Who guys say
Alaji mamen komenim na
Alaji.
So cocoa producer price akosoro. I don't know. Something is just ringing in my head. You let me move on. Cocoa producer price akosoro amene aban expectation is ekuyafo ani beje. Esane se wo susu se baby wa pagya kono eye pa. But utie afan ba kon so a AMPP side a madada ekuyafo no. Enye say na mo kan ye. Nti 128 Ghana cedis e na mo de atoso na mo se yembo se. Chire me Mauli 98.9 near eye encouraging if we say 128 ya mo de abai ho ekuyafo ani nje. What is so special about this?
Me that say bibi.
Na all the DSTV be kan ho prekwa na.
Yeah. Oh, DSTV asem na nkasa de.
O check you ni deadline. What's about Thursday? O man so dia o close down.
Yeah, bibi. You see, it goes back to my earlier point. Me can say, I do not see the point. Say there should be back and forth. DSTV is in business. In as much as you are in business, as who say, ubedia buati mamofo no. So I agree with some George to an extent. And in fact, who discrepancies now in rates now DSTV 4G. I am struggling. Who population of a country discrepancy or and now some George minister Ekasayeno Muyano so no you have not addressed the issue of the price discrepancy or no okay. That is so I was expecting say DSTV for what really the matter is, they will go to the core of it, but they haven't done so. I believe, say, Ebia Thursday, I'm sure they will do something about it because it's critical. Yeah, so I want to leave it at that. Because between Cocoa and DSTV, Cocoa farmers are the ones who give us. So I want to put my attention much more on this one. Because DSTV, the issue of prestige. What I say, Cocoa farmer there, so but the issue.
So the question is, if that is the point there, why is the minister sweating himself? Because
no.
And you're
no, don't get me wrong. This is my personal view.
Okay,
but you see, in as much as me, I have that personal view.
But it's a valid point. It's a valid view to hold because DSTV, Sebiemu.
Yes, but check here. There is a lot of like outcry. I'm not for complaining.
Anyway, so I won't discount it.
So
the business.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't want to make it look like So the issue of cocoa, MPP for the mischief. You see, and it's very interesting. Say for about 7 months now, MPP in for they've been struggling to find something. Blame buying say buying felini so that they can go to town. They are struggling and they are not finding. In the first place, young and the only can be and say are buying President Mahama in opposition. I say you bet to ya for cocoa for 6,000 cedis per bag of cocoa. The fact is that Yankasa, what was said at the time, and I remember Honorable Rikopoku, say that time now, ye talk cocoa a ton over $8,000. That time now, MPP for also. Or see Anka a ye NDC newa bemwa. Ye check FOB price now, ye calculation now, and one can be to 6,000 per bag. And Chese, and yeah, situation.
And your boss.
No, it's not a promise. and we check it way calculations na yanye and the price of a ton of cocoa and now and yet over $8,000 and there is no way we'll be able to pay that 6,000. And so let's go into the calculation in 2024-2025.
Yeah.
Now cocoa per ton was over $8,000. MPP4 and what unim calculation no udi cocoa no ekoton e bad bibi wo ho friend FOB freight on board ni nyama e car e say uti free mu wi a na wa declare so omu koton over 8,000 e buy no omu declare 4,850 as FOB price enu mu no e na omu kan say nia omu di ma ekuane no e about 3,100 in fact dollars. But you know normally because cocoa no a bag a ton is about 16 bags. So you need to exchange rate at the time when you 16 cedis. Inti ese udiba cedi mun ese we multiply inti we multiply $3,100 times 16 na wanya cedi no. But we ase we convert it back to per bag. And now it was because I had 16 CDs and 16 bags into a sum about 3,100 Ghana cedis. Yeah. So we check here.
So pay $3,100 for a ton. And 3,100 CDs per bag.
Per bag. Because of the normal. 98. But we check here. At that time, no, a ton of cocoa was 8,000 over 8,000. Over 8,000, no. 4,850 and then a ton of cocoa is $7,200.
A swati from the 8,000 no.
A swati. And so no and then ya declare $5,040 after FOB price. And na ye ka say enu no and I see ye ma way equiafo no equiane no that $5,040 way dollars no. But problem no aye wo mu enani say exchange rate no enye 16 cedis biem. Ene eye we nya ye dey calculation no eye 10.25. And eye dey calculation no. Inti ya calculate no about 3,228 cedis. And no na yedima ekuane no but say MPP for can say anka say yemo no anka say yemo mu brusa even the we no 7,000
na che say mo per ton a mo declare e was soro chain the MPP declare even though cocoa price on the world market now was through MPP time.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making. And so, as I say, CG no, CG no anya with dollar na ba form no. It has affected we know the cocoa price no. Who your conversion na
above
form. And na your problem no. And can say CG no dollar no ye 16 cedis ah. Who multiply $5,040 by 16 and kabenya 80,000. Sorry, 8,000 and can no ne sika and ka farmer no benya onya 3,228 cedis. Kabenya 8,000 plus 8,600 per bag. But esan is a cedi na nya $100 no ahondi abaform no. That is where the problem is. But you see way first year no. And MPP for no. And this is critical. At the time, almost farmer no 3,100 no. Farmer no ekuane no or ton fertilizer. On one kasa na ton fertilizer. Okay, fertilizer no cry e di buy not for sale. And before air tons are fertilizer no. President Mama na di buy. So they were selling fertilizer to the farmers. But ene ya ka say ye di ma omu sa no. Ye ma omu inputs no free. Cocoa free cocoa fertilizer ebema inducers. I don't know how to explain that. Flower inducers. One will say answer na flower no beba no. There is a kwan omo de fa so e dey inducing no answer na flower it's na ba. And so ye di more free. spraying machine now.
No,
induces. Induce flowers. Time
yes.
We spraying machine no. And also a better amount free at the amount. And fungicides, insecticides, and also you drew. Yeah, you do go cocoa no so, and also you bet the amount free, no why because President Mama Akasembi he's expecting that to do an expansion of about 200,000 extra tons of cocoa this year. All so any targets, you know. And I have a belief, sir, we mean well for the cocoa farmer than the MPP. Mate. And so, your conversation now, giant sophistry no ni nyama na omudika dada kwaneno. O compare time any year time we have treated cocoa farmers much better than they have done in the past 8 years. And I have a belief that it will be much better going forward into 2027 until 2026, 2027, 2028. Okay. For the records, MPP for Aton Cook, Ako Jessica, almost a supply cocoa. And now, Parliament is not aware. SIGA was not even aware. All the agencies now, all the regulatory agencies, they are not aware. Ako Jessica supply 333,000 metric tons of cocoa. MPP has not been able to supply that cocoa till now. For 6 quarters, MPP are buying cocoa board. Omo form report and koma siga. Say munhwemu yejuma ya report ni. And all those things had been discovered now. And a problem so e kan ho a na entina ya ntumi
or some courtesa can if you.
Exactly.
Okay. Paul Amenesoji in that regard says President JDM and the NDC party have saved cocoa farmers and Ghanaians with fantastic economy. NDC is the future for Ghanaians. MPP never again. Musa Batwa, because of time, I can't read everything you've sent me, but I'll do just a bit of it. Also, the factors that determine the cocoa prices are clear. World market price, exchange rates, and the agreed FOB ratio. Currently, with a market price of $8,200, an exchange rate of 10.4 and 70% FOB ratio, farmers are receiving fair prices. However, last year, despite higher market prices, that is between $10,000 and $12,000, and a favorable exchange rate of 16, farmers were underpaid because the previous administration failed to honor the agreed FOB ratio. Let's ignore the NPP's political distractions and focus on the positive outcome of the cocoa farmer. Masawood Kumase Bantama said, empty barrels make the most noise. NDC has PhD in propaganda, lies and deceit. The cocoa farmers deserve the reset price they have got. In the run-up to the 2024 election, we warned them, but they didn't listen. Regards to former KMA boss, Sampine. ML Smith said, anybody can own a gun in our country. Hey, serious so. And he's reacting to video BNA Emrana Madina Redco, horn motion. Na abrante bi su kura pump action Ghana ejane hye no otutu crowd ni
That's right.
After now no. The video is on social media. The police have not arrested the man. His nickname and for the friend no area sa na friend no. Na mra no otutu na police for but yenche up till now. Joyce na all the video na so me nkaka na omo ehwe no so ntimi hwebie. Try God while atoli ati say Mr. Bibi, has Paul Adumochiri been serious before or reacted to an earlier conversation we had? Alaji Bodinga, yenko cocoa in Samuno Sona.
Yeah, cocoa issue no. Media. Menim cocoa who asempa. Ena, Ubekai. First, Braye Baye no. Na cocoa, Ghana cocoa. Under Nana Dubai no. Na cocoa no. Most of cocoa no omwenyi a say yentwitwa ensisa yen dua foforo. We did that one for farmers. Every kura yesan ye cocoa for no ye twitwa ye betwitwa no ye tuaka ema wo. Ena ye twitwa ye. Yesan dua bode ana modu ana mo frɛ no ɛma each cocoa yes farmer senior ye share so a ekopim 2 years na ya say dua cocoa no ɛma wo a omunyi for free ye ma wom nia uka no ye frɛ no pollination nia uka no
inducers
yes ye nya inducers ye pollination and yes ye fa gangs omu ye pollination ɛma ye tua wom including that yen ye sifi maban brahabebomi tolompan woman no good all this one in western region something ahi area hono ye nim ni say yen cocoa no ye tono ye tua kama ye ewo cities ye MPP was 2024 something ahi say or deputy minister say otiemia ontie onko no mbokompo no ontie ni your friends ni recording bra oye campaign okan o see MPP aban ye ba ye under John Dramani mama ye be 450 cedis and ye ma one bag biano ye raise ko 600 ye raise ko 800 the next season and ye raise you ko 3,100 cedis per bag. Something any
1,000 plus and some 3,000.
Okay, yes, I stand to be corrected. But then end 2024, na 3,100.
Yeah, Ghana cedis.
Yes, sa cocoa bag.
64 kg.
Yes. Yeah, ma. And during campaign, you see, what can be our campaign? Baba baby sawo. Something I hear cats say, Adia no mu kɔhwɛ ye no. Anka sika ese yentua bag baako ewo ha no anka ese 8,000 and 9,000 cedis na eba 9,000 bag baako ho no ye chemu miensa na kokofuo akuafuo no omu afa mienu na aban no afa baako but akufo ado eni ni nua baomia omu wi a kokofuo de no a eye mienu na omu fae enam se omu pet food ye penti ena omu di ba akuma wom na womu bade a womu di sika ye beton kokono eba omu eche miensa na omu di baako efa aban na mienu no akoma kokofo no ena ebo wom sem sure apart from eno the finance minister now ato forcing onu nso come make that statement. Sesi ya nansanya omampani Jo Mahama president. Ubor your friends and his speech BCC ya. Was he has been told by the finance minister say in early August ye beto cocoa buonu ye betumu na ekuafo no won beti the very good so and ekuafo no nyina obi aye
ombenye very good price
enti yenkope ya ye ni kokofuo no yenkope asasi ope 200 land ye be acres 200,000 acres of cocoa farms ye be ye eno eda me pese me bisa no menim say ye bia epo ano na ebenya sa 200 land of acres no because baby a cocoa growing area ohona galamsefuo akosemu asai no I don't think say baby a yet 2 galam say.
Was it 200,000 tons and I say
acres of land. Or see yen say won your friend say cocoa fuo no. You make sure say you be come. Yeah ni cocoa no. You should please me ba.
What are you o ni say dua cocoa.
Ma odi.
No, so say
to me catch say baby a galam say area from western region. Eko Western North, Eba Ashanti region, Eba Eastern region, baby a cocoa about minka say 80% a yenya cocoa. That's the enclave I walk. Say ni na galam say aseno. So where is he going? We the cocoa farmers nye yenim ni say ye ton cocoa bag baako esika yenya MPP bresu nyamenshira Nana Adudan Kwekufuado any Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Ye talk Ekuafo no say. 31 million cedis. And a yet. Skadada. And a mumu ba ye say mudi your friends and beka even that time no kura no udi rate near 2024 a friends no that time near 570 say world price ya increase cocoa world price no equal 70%. And oh yes, 70% increment.
Every
70% increase
from where?
World cocoa price in tonnage. Yes, and you know say Uber
No, don't confuse.
No, I'm not
confusing.
confusing. No, I'm not confusing.
Now 70% no free increment
world cocoa price. And no please. And no say cocoa no Côte d'Ivoire.
Alaji, near $8,000 plus 2024. 2025, $7,000 plus. A swati, into 70% no free.
70% of cocoa price no. Every year, almost two so. Yeah, friends. Okay, ubetia me you. So I was say no. 2024, cocoa price no. 3,100 for Ghanaians. 164 bags. Yeto. Say would the accord saying
3,228.
Which means 128 cedis, 75% and on year increment.
That is per bag.
Per bag. And that's the per bag a year come.
But so 70% in free
of the price, no. From world market price.
What's the world market price increasing by 70%?
Yes.
And I'm saying free.
Everywhere cocoa price.
Now they know 8,000 and I swatted 7,000. Where then can say increasing by 70%?
I mean, okay, let's make the say no Usha Ghana compared to 3,100 now. Yeah, what I buy any 3,228. The cocoa farmer no near onya ewumu a difference no 128 cedis.
Usisa.
Esa man obi at their fee from 450 2016 now or the ababe did 3,100 within 8 years of the same 8 years. We will buy a casa time no pay 2 minutes.
That's all on the first increment in here.
Why?
No,
it's not about first increment. First increment, no not just say you okay year 2024 say you real woman no. Or no so dear no or year woman.
But said
it's not about
2016. No, one sorry from 400 and now I'm going to call 3,000. Yeah, no, we increasing.
And American, yeah, increasing.
No, nothing. No, I shall say.
There be an increment here, and yeah, because farmers will never agree. Because your catcher woman and a woman to and he should look that writing.
Citizen, pour me on this matter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but you see. Cocoa Assam, Yadi NDC and MPP, we would always come back to this conversation every time. Say, if your promises are NDC are banny,
yeah,
then some are working and you look at the context of it, say, be one's a question.
So, what kind of cry?
But the problem is that because of the manner in which they said it, expectations in your day, price now working or you're dead down. So what about both price for fra? It will be a quantum leap.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because it's the obino the way it's be. It is 3,100. Necessary, but my new price, I'll be very, 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 very happy. President Mahama used the word very, very, very happy. I'm not expecting 128.75.
That can't make you very, very, very happy.
You understand? I am expecting about 2,000, 3,000 thereabouts. But is that realistic based on the calculation?
Yeah.
The formula that is there,
is automatic. You communicating effectively.
Oh,
he has sought to explain issues, but
you see, obi today, Randy Abbey. what's in a panel do some of these discussions akodwa into you could start there the way I know case na ebufu na like
a bit passionate
I want to go to tomorrow when I shame him na me kada ho a
what's him
this hey you understand so I'm sure he was talking based on that and I will forgive him. I mean there's somebody also going around some Ohinibi also president of Concerned Cocoa Farmers.
So you know.
Also, the way he's threatening that Randy, if he doesn't think he'll be the worst CEO, I think that at the end of the day, who's office? You see, these discussions, Mama Yamfan, NDC and MPP. We have an automatic adjustment formula. We want to manually operate it.
Yeah.
There is a formula. Our formula now a committee who sit down to do it. Yeah. But all about then everybody, you see, but it's because NDC multi-platform.
Politics and because NDC benefits politics.
It also benefits.
And I mean, what my benefit in the
okay. Unfortunately, I would have to leave it here. Citizen. One who see you
now. Anyway, I mean, in time my best friend there. I don't know about the cocoa farmers are not happy. At the time where people are giving their farms out for mining.
Yeah.
This is not the time that we do this kind of engagement. So that is why it is important today. If cocoa farmers in the field that they were not engaged properly, bring them on board. Let's be more listening. And I've seen around me who pictures is in farms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not take you over no.
Old picture. Now go for that.
When you're old, sir, or take you over ya obesity cocoa.
And you're
stuffing chair. Swivel chair. A large bodinga made us say, citizen to das made us say, Namada Mauli, so as Medina Bismark ground. Thanks to my team. Up next, happy Kasiabo.